Put the cookie down. M&C Mornings. Put the cookie down. It's time for M&C Mornings.
That's great, everybody. Welcome to M&C Mornings. Crap again. His lazy pointer finger hit us again.
Hey, I only hit it one time. I don't know what happened right there.
Isn't that great? This is I'm pretty sure Howard Stern had the same thing happen when he was on DC radio terrestrial.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to MC Mornings. We do have there's so many people that help us out on the show. We've got Arnold Schwarzenegger now as part of the usual suspects, which is fantastic. Crap, how you doing this morning, bro?
I'm doing okay, man. I it was a rough morning. I got up and then I was explaining to Jay while you weren't there in the room. I was like, yeah, I got up and I have a corner office desk and my PC is on the ground and I have a USB mic plugged into it, the one that I use, and it sticks out the front. And then I have an office chair that's on wheels that was pulled out. And my dog got all excited when I was going to walk him this morning, jumps on the office chair, it slides into my PC and it broke off the USB mic. Yeah, so I was like, holy crap, what am I going to do? And I was flipping out, and then Hellhammer's ass is asleep. I'm like, I need to get a mic. GameStop doesn't open till 11. The show's at 11. And I messaged you guys. I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And finally, after about 10 minutes of knocking, I got Hellhammer's ass up, and I was like, yeah, can I borrow your mic? And he's like, yeah, here you go, Metallica. Metallica. So I was like, thanks. Yeah. So,
love the Metallica reference.
Yeah. So it was it was a little bit rough this morning, and then so I guess I was a little bit frustrated. But yeah, things are looking up. We had a good game night last night. I thought that was
fun. I mean, I came in a little bit late, spent a little quality time with the missus, but then I saw you guys were still on, and I was like, crap, you're going to be on for a while, and you're like, not me, but you end up staying on another hour. So
yeah, maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, I was playing. We were playing that gun game, which is actually pretty fun on.
I like it.
Infinite Warfare, yeah.
I do. I hate to say it, but I do.
Yeah, I hate when I get to the sniper.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I think it's absolutely amazing. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen. We've been blessed with so many great games this holiday. I'm even sure after Christmas we're probably going to probably get Titanfall 2 into the rotation. So many people are buying it. They're practically giving it away when you walk into Best Buy now. You get a free scratch and sniff sticker and a Titanfall 2 game and a life-size picture of Vincent Pella for your bathroom. There's a lot of things you get when you walk. Yeah,
a PS4 or bust picture, shirt. You know what I mean? I think that's the hot item this Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth, Crap. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to say a shout out to. I think he's listening to the show too. Doc Cupcake just tweeted me out. Amazon has just dropped the PS4 price to $339 this morning. And he says that's just unprecedented when it comes to a new console launch before Christmas. He's 100% accurate. That's ridiculous. I mean, this is a sure sign that that console's not doing well. And listen, everyone loves the I told you so's. I won't say the I told you so's. Just go back and listen to the 85 hours of Mooch rants. This console's lost in translation. Nobody knows what to do with it. There's no game specific for it, right? Crap. I mean, it's no different than your PS4 vanilla. So
that's going to be the problem going forward. Is the fact that there's nothing specific for this console. And you know, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes long term with this thing and Scorpio as well.
Right.
You know, some people, there was no guarantee that these things would be successful. You know, I always was. You can look back, and I always said people might rebel against that. They might not. They might not go for it, and they still might not. Who knows? I think that Scorpio has a little bit better chance if it's priced the same price at $399, because it'll be native 4K stuff that you'll be getting out of that, as opposed to like this faux native stuff that Sony's doing. So, but I saw the stacks myself. You know, the pros aren't moving because when people are looking to give a gift, they're looking to give something that's cheap. You know what I mean? And so the Xbox One, like, did you see the Minecraft bundle is like $212 today on Amazon?
Yeah, $212. These deals are getting better and better. That's why Black Friday's starting to lose a little bit of its luster, isn't it? I mean, you don't really need to do anything on Thursday or Friday anymore.
Yeah, well, though it's really they look at it as the whole weekend now, and then of course Cyber Monday as well. But the early reports were that Xbox One won, all of the won Black Friday, so that would be probably the biggest day. And I think that that's very important to keep in mind as well. I think that Microsoft has already commented that they've saw unprecedented demand for their console and accessories on Black Friday, which I think goes into what we were all saying. And the biggest, hottest item was 4K TVs. And of course, if you get a 4K TV, you want a 4K Blu-ray player, and you can get an Xbox One cheaper than you get a standalone 4K Blu-ray player, and there's no PS4 that has that. So you cannot underestimate that, and I'll keep mentioning that because people seem to keep forgetting about that. It's like that was a brilliant move. Microsoft read the market perfectly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when I was over there at like Walmart and stuff, they had no 4K Blu-rays left. Everything was scavenged through people. That's a good stocking stuffer. You know what I mean? If you can pick up a 4K Blu-ray player that's also a game system and 4K Blu-rays and stuff, that's huge. You know what I mean? That's huge.
It really is. It's a humongous feat. Now the only thing is, I mean, don't get me wrong, Crap. I do get what you're saying, and only time will tell. I don't have anything in writing to actually go by, but I don't think Scorpio is going to come out with the same effect that the Pro has come out with, because, and I know this was a debate on last week's BGST, and we never really got a definitive answer from anybody yet. So I mean, it's still in limbo. There's nobody's right in this category yet. But we better all hope that my point is right, because if I'm not right, boy, like you said, these mid-generation consoles will go by the way of the dodo bird real quick. If you can't take Scorpio home and play 1080p 60 single player on games you already have that are first party, that's like me telling you, Crap, listen, I want you to upgrade your vehicle, okay? I'm going to take you from 200 horsepower. I'm going to give you 750 horsepower in this new beast of a car you're about to take home. And you're like, that's great, Mooch. Thanks so much for that extra power. And then I'm like, but I put a governor on it at 250.
I know what you know.
So you really can't have a 6.6. Phil stood on stage and said 6 teraflops, which it'll be a little bit more than that. It's always off by a little. So 6.6, 6.7 teraflops. And by the way, it'll do exactly the same thing you own. I mean, that's what Sony's boasting right now, and that's a problem. I think Microsoft, even if that was what they planned, it's not what they're going to get put out, because there's no sense in upgrading if I'm just going to have the exact same parity as an Xbox One S. What am I buying it for? Because I can't wait to just get a new shell of a console and you just stick it next to my. It doesn't make any sense. So there has to be something going on with first party. Now, third party is where your point really comes to fruition too, Crap, is that's going to be up to them. Nobody can speak for third party. Nobody knows what they're going to do. But we all know third party, depending on who we're talking about. People like teams like Bethesda or Rockstar, I would expect only greatness to come from them. But I'll tell you right now, when you're talking about these other little devs that are out there, even if they're technically a larger third party, they're lazy and they don't care. And that kind of ties us into one of our first subjects with SGW and all that other nonsense. You've got people that still don't like the Xbox platform. They don't like Microsoft. Why? Only God knows. But, yeah, that's my biggest concern is the lazy dev category crap. I mean, we've seen that since the beginning of this generation. Actually, it happened last generation. It's just social media wasn't so present.
Well, yeah, and what was funny was, I get a lot of crap. I think you noticed that. Like, I'll state my mind, and sometimes I have a weird way of working things.
Right.
Like when I brought up the HDR stuff, right? And I'm like, look at the list of Xbox One games that are getting HDR. It's like 5 or 6 games. One of them's like a chess indie game or something, right? And then 2 of the games are games that haven't released yet. And then you look at Sony's PS4 Pro has like a list of like 30 or 40 games that are getting HDR support. And so, and I point that out, and then people just look at me shocked, like, oh, wow, we didn't know this, And then you have this new developer who's like, yeah, we're not really going to support it on Xbox One, just PC and and PS4. And I'm not even sure HDR is a thing on PC. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. Crap. I don't mean to do an interjection here, but you're my sound guy. You have ears of a bat. Is my voice?
You just came in a lot clearer.
Okay, is that better now?
That's like a million times better. Yeah.
All right, you guys got to let me know because I'm finding out in the chat that people said they couldn't hear me.
Oh, so. I could hear you before. You just sound a little bit further away, and then I heard a feedback noise for a second. Now you sound much clearer.
Okay, well, thanks to let me see here. I got a shout out to the unhappy face, and there it is right there. Newsis. I'm saying that wrong too. Newis. He's like, Mooch, your mic sounds like it's checkerboard. 1440p. So Newsis, let me know if that sounds better to you guys in the audience. Much better, everyone here. Okay, great. Yeah, be vocal, people. Be vocal. Let me know. But yeah, I mean, crap. That's the one thing that just kind of confuses the shit out of me is where we're going to be with these mid-console, this mid-generation console gap. And we already know that Microsoft has one foot in the grave because these developers just don't like Microsoft. I don't know about you, crap, but if me and you went from YouTube podcasters to developers, I would be like, so crap, how do we get on Microsoft's good side? They happen to be filthy, filthy rich.
Yeah.
But for some reason, developers want to fight Microsoft and go favor a company that's selling buildings to keep the lights on.
Yeah. I'm with you because I would be saying, hey, well, actually, I'd be trying to do everything I could to be on everybody's good side. I know, maybe take some notes from some of the neutrals and stuff like that. Right. But I think that you want to make the most money and you want to, whichever one is willing to help you out more, right? From where I understand it, like with that Battalion 1944 shooter game, Sony's not in a place where they're helping the indies put games on their platform if they're not VR right now. So if I'm Microsoft, I'm scooping those up and trying to get in good with those type of developers and things like that. We also see how even when Microsoft does a good thing, like with Titanfall 1, how it backfires. Like people act like Microsoft did the worst thing in the world by locking that game up when Titanfall wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for Microsoft. Rise of the Tomb Raider would have been an episodic game if it wasn't for Microsoft. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop pretending that Microsoft did something super evil and just realize that Microsoft helped save these games to begin with. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny, crap? This is where I've got to go back to one of my old lines. It's funny that me and you have to constantly remind people that where's the gaming media doing an amazing, at the end of your local news every night, it's like, and now a kindergartner saved a cat, and they do a 5-second briefing on a little feel-good edition story. Where's this gaming media with? And this is a special report. We're gonna take 5 minutes to let everybody know. If Microsoft didn't do these things, it's a feel-good story, right? Everyone's always, unless it's all fake on the internet, everybody just really doesn't give a shit, which that's my premise. I don't think a lot of people care. I think everybody's just politically correct on the internet for no good reason, but to show good face. But, why wouldn't you do a good deed and show how Microsoft kind of gave Vince Zampella the office that he's sitting in today and the computers that he's working on today? Those checks came from Vince went to Sony, and Sony said, sorry, we're not interested. We're not interested right now. I'm sorry. And Microsoft saved the day. Same thing happened with Crystal Dynamics. Saved the day. But yet Microsoft's still this evil company. Why? In part because what they did in the 90s? It's not the same company. No company's the same company today as they are in the 90s. And the other thing is of course, it's an American-based company, and for some reason that's taboo in certain parts of the world.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunate. Hopefully we keep saying what we're saying and we spread the word. And I think slowly but surely, and you've seen it with sales now, people are slowly starting to come around again and understand that maybe Sony's actually been the culprit this entire generation and not Microsoft. Jay Williams is reminding me to have everybody call in. Skype, M&C Mornings. We're waiting for our first caller, as well as we have a ton of voicemails to hit up. As you know, Crap, maybe you want to announce to the audience what we're giving away today. We've got a lot of shit.
Yeah. Somebody donated and I'll get the name before we close out the show. They donated Battlefield 1 on Xbox One, the full download code. So I'm guessing they bought a new Xbox One S with Battlefield, but already had Battlefield. Right. So they're like, hey, man, we like what you're doing with M&C Mornings. Here's a Battlefield 1 code. We also, when you hear the Party Pony sound, you can win a copy of Dishonored Definitive Edition, thanks to our buddy Matty Beast. And we also have a 1 month of EA access that we're giving away thanks to Southbound.
And down.
Yes. So we have 3 things to give away today. So, 2 of the things you didn't need to leave voicemail for, but we do have something like 15 voicemails today. Yeah. So we might as well just jump into them. Like, Jay, what do we got? What do we got cooking?
Yeah, we should start our voicemails early.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can.
We actually have a caller if you guys want to take a call right now.
Sure.
Yeah, we can take a call.
Absolutely.
What up? Welcome to M&C Mornings. How can we help you? we're men of the people.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? This is Dan from Florida. Quick question and one thing I want to know. What do you guys think about bringing guests on the show so viewers can interact, like UKB or, Jess from Windows Central? I think it'd be great just to get more personal feel from them. I love the show. And one more thing, Crap. I seen a video on Facebook of some dude walking up to Best Buy, smashing a PS4 in front of everybody. I want to know if that's you, man. Come on, I bet that's that's it, guys. Keep up the good work. I love all y'all shows. Listen live. Bye.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, I mean, come on. If I joke around and say, yeah, that's me, next thing you know, I got 100 videos made about me.
Right.
About,
yeah.
Stalking people and breaking PS4s. But no, there used to be a thing back in the day, which was like smash my Xbox or smash my Wii or smash my PS4, where these people do like Kickstarters. They buy these things, they wait in line, they get them, and then they go in front of the line and smash them in front of everybody, and people flip out. So, I mean, you know how it is nowadays. People are idiots, but yeah, that's not me. As far as the first part of the question, which was, what the hell was the first part of the question?
Why don't you bring,
guests and stuff, right? I think we had Zaire on for a little bit. We were just trying to get a very good ebb and flow with the show. Mooch and myself have a really good dynamic, and sometimes bringing somebody else in there, it doesn't work out as well because we talk a lot and kind of just have a good rapport with going back and forth. But
yeah, Xbox Nation kind of started that way, Crap, for some that don't know that. Remember, you just said, hey, Mooch, what are you doing tonight? You want to do a half-hour podcast? I said, yeah, it was just to talk very current. Well, then, half hour ended up being like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended up being a something that you thought worked out really well, and then we pieced together some more folks, and through trial and error, you have Xbox Nation today, and a lot of the other podcasts all kind of came about the same way. I would answer Dan in another light, just to kind of open his eyes on it. Is there's a lot of podcasts out there right now, right? So when me and Crap got a chance to sit down and collaborate with Jay Williams, we said what we got to do is we're trying to do something a little bit different. If we start bringing on all the people that we do podcasts with, well, then this is just M&C Mornings, the podcast. So we're trying to make this, believe it or not, you guys, Dan, you are the guest. The next caller is the guest. So we wanted to have, and everyone's always welcome to call in. We thought it would be a different way to talk gaming news and have the audience be the third guest, if you will, every time. But yeah, I don't know. That was my. I've always wanted to do morning radio as well. And when I say morning radio, I would have no problem doing this show at 6 a.m., but that would be a completely different audience. I don't know how many gamers are up at 6 a.m. I think a lot of gamers are going to bed at 6 a.m., but I don't think they're up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I agree. And it's a little bit weird because, football's on, so we do this to where we end it right before football starts. And then, of course, you have people like Southbound who are on the West Coast are like, man, it's too damn early to get up, And so that's a bit of a problem. But, yeah, hopefully people can.
Good call, though, Dan.
Yeah, that was a great call. M&C Mornings, how you doing? How can we help you?
Good
What's
morning.
up? Happy holidays.
Hey guys, a couple of things. We're pretty much less than a year away from Scorpio, from Scorpio. What would you guys call the new console? I was just curious. And another thing, basically, you guys were talking last week on BGST about cross-platform play with like 4K and then 60 frames per second and all that crap. I was just gonna let you know that I did cross-platform play with my buddy. He has a really nice rig with a GTX 1070 with the Gears of War 4, and everything looked perfect. I was running at 30 frames on my Xbox, and he was running a much higher frame rate. But as long as it's campaign, I don't think it really matters. Everybody's getting a good experience. It's not like I'm playing against it. We're playing together. So I just wanted to let you know. All right? Bye.
By the way, guys, that was Xbox One. He calls every week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very cool.
He's actually helped us out a lot with donations and stuff for the show. So yeah, he's a cool guy. You want to handle that kind of question, Mooch?
Well, believe it or not, I actually answer the door right there. Crap, I apologize. Sometimes there's family shit that happens, even in the Mooch residence.
Gotcha.
Basically, the name. Well, let me answer the first part because I did catch that.
Yeah.
I liked what he said. I actually was on Too Much Food show, the Foodcast, and we were talking about this. And this is kind of chachi, but I like it. It's not what they're going to use by no means. But Xbox Prime, I thought was kind of neat. I'd like to see them stick with Scorpio crap. But I don't think they're going to. I just don't think any code name has ever ended up on the box, right? Durango never ended up there. There's been a bunch of other ones. I'm actually interested to hear what you would say. Xbox Prime would be my guess. That would be like something I guess I'd be pretty damn okay with. But what do you think?
You know what? Even though they already had one, I would just say that why not the Elite or something like that? You know what I mean? Or I think that it has to. They'll probably call it Xbox One something. Yeah, I have a good feeling that that's what they'll do. So
I agree, but do you think that it's? They've got to be careful because whatever you call it, that's going to take over Xbox One. Like right now, PS4, there's the Slim, so people say the Slim, and then people say the Pro. Like the Pro has become the name now. So whatever name they pick, it has to trump Pro. Right, it has to be a more physical strength in the name than Pro, and it has to be something that flows as well. You know what I mean? It's got to be. It's not an easy task for whoever's doing it in their marketing / whatever division they have over there. They have to think about this. I think the Prime would be all right. Or there was one other one that someone said, and God, it's escaping me now. I heard it like 2 weeks ago. And Saved by the Bell.
Yes. M&C Mornings. Welcome. Stick around if you have a question. Yeah, what's up? How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Dirk Riggedy here.
Diggity.
Tiggity.
I got a call. My favorite show. I have a comment and a question. The comment I have, whatever happened to those lists? Those lists that the Sony guys used to have, those Persona 5 and all those crappy lists, and I kind of miss those. Those was very enjoyable, man. I miss those stupid ass lists. Well, anyway, my question is, with Dead Rising 4 coming out in a couple weeks or next week, whenever it's supposed to come out, are you guys a little scared that it might not do well with the way that these sequels have been doing this holiday season? I hope it sells well, but I'm kind of scared that it's not going to sell well. What do you guys think? Thanks.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. First of all, Diggity, thanks for the call, bro. That's always good to hear from you weekly. I will say this much. I do think DR4 is going to run into I don't know why. I think they're just going to run into a hiccup.
It's going to run into a blockade, as far as I can tell. Let's just be honest. I don't think that the expectations are that high since they moved it to December anyway.
I agree.
I also think the fact that they've changed some things on it that aren't appealing to people, like they took out the co-op completely.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why take out the...
You said it, Crap. I think the reason they took it out is because we're looking at It's probably going to, maybe they weren't ready or they didn't have enough time, fill in the blank. I think the game will be fun. Here's what I hope. We know what we're not going to get. We know what we're not going to get. I just hope it's not glitchy and buggy to death. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I hope. If it plays well and we just happen to lose the co-op part of the game as far as the single player goes, so be it. So be it. It is what it is. Enjoy the game for what it is and play co-op in the arcade mode. But yeah, I mean, I'm picking it up just because I'm one of those guys. Everyone's got like a certain brand that they always buy into. Like, I'm still excited at tonight's Walking Dead night. You know what I mean? Like, I just like the zombie genre thing. Like, people are like, well, that needs to go away. I'm like, over my dead body. Like, I think that's a great genre in gaming. So I'll support it. But I mean, I do think that December it's going to just get kind of lost. How do you promote something right now? Like, there's 80 bundles out there from both consoles. You know what I mean? There's so much going on. It's like, oh, and by the way, we have a new game. You can just see like a guy holding it up and getting trampled.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, like the bundle, like I never got the whole plethora of bundles thing until this Black Friday, when you see the kids kind of gravitate towards Minecraft, and then you had like the sports fans kind of gravitate towards like Madden or FIFA, and then you had the shooter fans go towards like Battlefield or Gears. You know what I mean? Like, I get it now. And so, you want to have something that offers something for everyone. And so I get that. But as far as Dead Rising 4, I think that it might be a step back. That's why I don't think it'll be, I don't know why they changed it up. Like, it seemed like Dead Rising 3 finally had some critical success because those games haven't really had that.
Right.
And then they go and like totally change it back. And I get it. They wanted to go back and be goofy or whatever, but taking away the co-op doesn't really make much sense.
It doesn't.
Hey Jay, we do got to get into some of these voicemails. Do you have one?
A lot of voicemails today, and I just want to let people know that if your voicemail does not get played, you're still going to be entered into the contest, into the wheel. So we have a lot. We have I think 15 or 16 today. If we don't get through them all, you'll be played next week along with everyone else. But you will be entered into the draw for us. So
awesome. So yeah, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with the voicemails from the Mooch and Crap. Yoshida.
Oh, hi everybody. This is Yoshida. I am kind of pissed off today. If you can tell, this Black Friday madness, or actually there's a number of reasons I am pissed off. First of all, graphics god Jay Williams, he won free code from Major Nelson. I'm not happy about that. How does it feel to win a free code? I never win free code. M&C Mornings never lets me win free code. Don't know why. I'm also pissed off about Black Friday. There are also many pallets flying off the shelves on Xbox One S. So I thought it was a good idea to not put Blu-ray player, 4K, none of that nonsense in my PS4 Pro cheeseburger. Never thought people would like that. I guess I was wrong. Sean Murray, you damn it. You lied to me once again. Let me kick your ass. Tired of everybody lying in Sony Studio. I am the best liar. I need to teach these guys. Okay. Well, you guys have a good day. Prepare for us to hit the panic button at Sony Studios on Cyber Monday. Goodbye.
You're listening to M&C in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually the joke's on them.
Dang it, Jay William put me online. Who is the dang she-wolf? What is a she-wolf, and why does she keep coming on here from the heavens and ruining my chances at winning free code? What is a she-wolf? Please enlighten Yoshida. So say Yoshida.
That's so good. Oh, that's developing into something. I'll tell you that much.
That was, you know, it's funny. We were talking about the Yoshida thing last night on on game night, right, with Bam and everybody. We were like laughing about how like the accent just sometimes just drops sometimes.
He just loses the accent completely.
His English is getting much better.
Yeah,
so.
he goes from Japanese to Jersey. It's great. I love it. It's really something, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
And Jay,
did you like my little Asian flair I threw in there?
oh my gosh, I was laughing.
That made it for me. That made it for me.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not even mad at Jay for winning games from Major Nelson this week. You know what I mean?
That's it is crazy. At least, well, I'm glad he won it because now Major Nelson knows you're friends with us. You've been blackballed. You are no longer in the entry graphic god for winning.
No longer be entered into anything again. I know.
No, it's over. It's over. No, it was great. We were talking to Southbound on Friday after you won, and South was like, no. He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, Major has actually no idea who wins that. It goes into a huge like machine and just like a Crata machine, and it pops out a number. No, that was really great. Yoshida's just getting better and better. The great Yoshida calling in. I can't thank him enough for taking his time. I mean, just a small show like us, crap. I mean, he does Greg Miller Live, Greg Miller Live and all that other stuff, but now he's taking time to do M&C Mornings. And now someone else has felt the need to call in. Right?
M&C Mornings. What's up?
What can we do for you?
Yes. How can we help you?
Hi, this is Mohammed from Toronto. My question was regarding the Game Awards. What do you think Microsoft would announce at the Game Awards on Thursday? Specifically, maybe is it going to be Halo Wars 2 stuff? And what do you think specifically, as an overall, would anybody announce, like BioWare or Rockstar? Thanks.
I don't know what Microsoft did they say they're going to have something to announce there or what?
Well, I don't know if you saw this crap. I'll call this my 5-second claim to fame. So it happens once a year. Jeff Keighley actually wrote me back yesterday on Twitter. Yeah, well, I wrote to him and I said, he said blah, blah about the TGAs. And I said, well, I'm hoping to see, I hope all platforms are represented. He wrote me back and said, everybody will be represented equally and fairly. Please tune in and stay tuned. So basically, I don't think that that's encouraging enough to what the caller just referred to. I don't know if you're actually going to get a 5, 10, 15-minute showing of Halo Wars 2 or anything coming. But I do expect to see, since he at least took the time to answer me back on that, I think my tweet to Jeff was a little bit more like, are we only going to see Sony coming soon and related subjects? And he said, no, everybody. Yeah.
I can imagine
Sony.
you had some kind of snarky ass comment.
Yeah, it was a little snarky, not gonna lie to you. But he wrote back, and I respectfully wrote back to him saying thanks for the quick response. I mean, listen, Jeff, I've said this a number of times over the past 2 weeks. I have the utmost respect for him in the sense of what he's trying to do for the gaming community and what he's done. I mean, at a award show, he's basically, from what I hear, he puts it on almost by himself. He gets some support, but it's mainly his working. So in that, you have to tip your hat to him. But as far as his bias, he's just around people that only like Sony products. What are you going to do? He has a thing for the Japanese culture. It's just something that you can't put somebody in. It's like if you put me and you in charge of the Game Awards next year. What do you think it's going to be? Heavily favored which way?
And I agree. Listen, I was never one saying, hey, avoid these things because we need a Game Awards.
We need them.
We can just put them on notice that we're aware that things aren't exactly fair and that they need to switch things up a bit and be more equal. And that's like, I did a video yesterday about that. I was like, look, we don't have that little soft voice anymore from 2013. Like collectively, it's a large voice and we can speak with our wallets and we can do things like that. And it works. Look, I'm not saying that we particularly had anything to do with, certain outlets closing down or whatever, but if you stop going to these places, eventually that's what happens. You know what I mean? Like, and it took that perspective with that Titanfall situation to realize that, hey, we all have voices. I have a voice. You have a voice. You know what I mean? And people pay attention and will listen. Just look at that. I did a video about Crackdown 3 and people flipped out and were asking Phil, is it canceled? Is it canceled? Because they go by the titles of my stuff sometimes instead of listening, where I was like, well, I had heard that different people that worked on the game aren't there anymore, and now apparently that's true because like Shannon left this and her team is dealing with it or whatever, and so that's weird to me. So it's not a smooth sailing type situation, but Phil confirmed that it's still in development and he played the latest build like a few days ago. So that's more news on Crackdown 3 than any hard news outlet has gotten this year.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all it took was for me to say, hey, what's up with this game? And then people start pestering Phil about it. I mean, maybe that's not the right way to go about it, but sometimes you have to do that to get answers from people. You know what I mean? And I guess if journalists aren't going to be journalists, I'll be one.
Right. No, and that's the point I've been trying to make week after week on all these shows. Crap is why is it we're doing the actual like the journalism work? Why is it that we're the ones talking about what's going on with a marketing deal behind Titanfall? What's going on with SGW's folks that are apparently they have resentment towards Microsoft? What's going on with the development of Crackdown 3, which looks to be the leading software product for Scorpio? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? We're doing all this. And not IGN, not Polygon, not Kotaku, not any of these. These guys are just sitting there wearing their PS I Love You t-shirts and appearing on guest. You have IGN people showing up on Greg Miller's channel, people on Greg Miller's channel showing up on IGN. It's almost like they're doing what we're doing, but they got 850,000 followers. You know what I mean? Like it amazes me on how there's really no gaming journalism out there, guys. You're better off listening to your favorite YouTuber and that doesn't even mean the YouTubers that have 2, 3, 4 million subs. Follow anyone you actually give a shit about their opinion, and if you don't, you don't.
Yeah. Like yeah, damn it. I was just getting ready to go into a tangent too. M&C Mornings. How can we help you?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. Hey, this is Colin from Houston. Hey, I just want to get on topic of the media. We saw this with the recent political stuff, and we're seeing it with gaming, where gamers don't trust the media anymore. That's why the sales of Xbox One is going up, but the media is still trying to keep their bias against Xbox, as we see with developers talking down to us Xbox fans and all that. The problem is, in the world of social media and YouTube, you guys are way more important. Well, your importance is growing more so than the media, because you guys are genuine. You guys are actual fans. The media, they're just being paid to do this. So I just wanted to say that and hang up.
Well, let me tell you something. People that call in like that are the reason I look forward to doing this show and all the other ones all week long, because to be honest with you, it really is. We don't make a dollar in the game, crap, to be honest with you. And I genuinely am trying to have a conversation with the audience every single week on every show to say that if I was you and I was standing next to you and you said, where should I spend my $400? You got to look at what you're getting from the top to the bottom. Forget the nostalgia bullshit. Forget what PlayStation did for you in 1995. Nobody cares. It doesn't do anything for you today. It's just like anything. If you bought a new home with your missus, you're newlyweds, and you're like, well, my friend back in 1995, he helped me, put together this great swing set, blah, blah, blah. But if whoever the friend is that comes over to actually help you redo your kitchen in your new house, that's who's helping you today. And Microsoft today is doing more for you as a consumer. They're giving you better control or better feedback through the programs they have, the insider programs. You've got better games. You've got a better platform. You've got a group of people that are listening. We're the ones, I'm going to take some credit here, crap, and I don't mean me. I'm going to give credit to every podcaster that does an Xbox show. We told them to put Minecraft on the box. We told them to put 4K on the box. We told them to get rid of that putrid pea green box. We told them how to do some advertising. Put games all over the damn thing.
Advertise HDR.
Right? Advertise HDR. And
put
listen,
a Minecraft
I got this for you.
bundle out, and they did.
Yeah, it's so easy for someone to say, oh, Mooch and Crap, you guys came up with that? You don't think that was Microsoft? No, I actually do think it was the podcast that came up with that. I'm not taking credit for it. We all can take credit for it. Every podcast out there said this. I think Iron Wolf was one of the big ones that said it way back in the day. He was one of the first ones to say it. Like, what I'm saying is this. Microsoft is listening to us. And you know what? To be honest with you, Microsoft, you're welcome. From all the podcasters that have been doing YouTube shows, you're welcome, because I think a lot of our ideas this holiday paid off in your favor, and it shows on Black Friday.
Totally my idea.
So, totally my idea. Nice, Crap. That's Crap
M&C
for
Morning.
you.
What's up?
What can we do for you? That's great.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? I just wanted to say, hey, how you doing? And catch up on this weekend from Black Friday with my experience. I had went to a couple places after I had to do something at work real quick, and I was in the market to try to get a new Xbox One S because I wanted to see how the difference would be in HDR myself.
and I could not find a single one anywhere. I went to a couple of different Walmarts, a couple of different Targets, and it was just amazing to me how they were like that. And in the Target I went to, they had a pallet of PS4 Uncharted ones just sitting there. And then I also wanted to ask you guys a question about what were your personal experiences on your Black Fridays as well. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Why don't you take this one, Crap? Because I think your experience going outside the home, my experience on Black Friday was more the cyber world buying.
Yeah. Well, okay, so the Walmart had a really good deal here, and that was $249, got you an Xbox One S with a game, either Gears 4 or Battlefield 1, and you also got an extra controller, and you also got a 4K Blu-ray, and those were completely sold out. The Minecraft bundle was also sold out. The 4K Blu-rays were sold out. Everybody had a 4K TV under their arm. You know what I mean? Like, I noticed a lot of people had like a shopping cart with a 4K TV and then like an Xbox One S. You know, so they were going hand in hand. You know, and that's what I predicted. That's what I said all along. When you went to Best Buy, they did have, so they restocked, and then so they had plenty on one pallet, but then when you looked up, you had like 4 pallets of PS4s and just nobody was buying them, you know? So I'm not saying that they didn't do well. I have a good feeling that both will end up doing well, but when you have the choice of paying the same price for an Xbox One S that has extra game, a more current game, and a 4K Blu-ray player, or a PS4 Slim that has no 4K Blu-ray player and has an old game, you know, I think that people were making the better choice. You know what I mean? It's like, and I heard a lot of people asking, like people that work there, oh, well, does this one have a 4K Blu-ray player? Nope. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is, you know? And so I think that people were probably a little bit shocked. Sony is kicking themselves over that. You know, they can try to spin it as their, you know, how can you take that? That shows that you don't actually listen to people when you're like, well, our data shows that people like digital content. Well, digital content is all well and good, like Netflix and all that, but if you don't have the internet to watch stuff in native 4K, then I think you're missing the point. You know what I mean? If this is a half step meant for this generation, then do a half step and put a better Blu-ray player in there. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like that would have they could have really. Look, they could have really dominated with that. You know what I mean? Like, I know people won't believe this, but look, if you would have had that Slim come out with a 4K Blu-ray player, they could have possibly ran away with things. Instead, Microsoft, now that door is open, and they, you know, here's what happened. Sony got the ball, handed the ball to the generation as a football player on the 1 yard line, and they fumbled. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, Microsoft scooped that shit up. That's basically what's going on right now, and I stick by that. Like, Microsoft, when they win November, all you're going to see is salty excuses, and that's why they're so mad. The Sony fanboys are so pissed off right now. You know what I mean? I've never seen them this mad.
Yeah, they're angry right now, and it's because they know they've lost. And listen, I got news for you. I love how the minute they know they've lost NPD and they've lost America as far as sales, like, well, we're still winning in like you know, the Philippines, and we still got a big lead in you know, Guam. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. That's great. Nobody cares. So, you know, my point is that everybody, including Sony and including Japan, we are the number one consumer. The United States is the number one consumer out there. Even though technically we're still in debt to China for X dollars and all that other stuff, it's just like the consumer's always right. When the United States makes a decision to go one direction, and look at our friends in the UK, okay? PlayStation 4 did really well in the United States. Out the gate, what did the UK buy? PlayStation 4s, okay? Now there's a turn. All of a sudden, we're seeing sales in the UK going crazy for the Xbox One S because America kind of sets the tone with consumer rated products, and that's everybody. If you don't believe me, tell me this: why did Sony decide to open sales in the PS4 in the United States first and their own country 6 months later? You know, they did that because they don't care. They know that the money's in the US. They got to get this dollar. Once this is set, everything else falls into place. And Microsoft has worked very hard in the past 12 to 18 months to get to the point where they are today, where they're saying the new, if you listen to all the commercials, it says the new Xbox One S. So it's a big deal that they're really pushing the fact that it's a new console, a new design, now, if you ask Phil, he'll go, it's not new. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to say that because he doesn't want to let the people down that bought an Xbox One fat.
Yeah.
But it is
Wish they
new.
were giving away brand new for $140.
Yeah, $140. You get a signed picture of Phil.
Yeah, I was sitting there looking. I was like, holy crap! Like, and a lot of people were like, oh, it's not worth it. And I'm like, look, if you don't really care about the 4K upscale or 4K Blu-ray, and you just want to play Xbox games, that's a hell of a deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, those things still have some value, in my opinion. And you could have got one with Kinect for $143, brand new. That's crazy. And I did see a lot of that too, like the older Xbox ones selling for like $200, some a little bit $179. You know what I mean? So those count too. You know, and that's and going forward, I think is going to be very important to note that whatever Scorpio is, it's going to be labeled an Xbox One something.
Yes.
So that's going to count as well. So people are like, well, do you think that Xbox One will catch the PS4? Yes. Well, definitely in America before Scorpio, I think. And then certainly afterwards, you know what I mean? They just have to pay close attention to what Sony's doing as far as messing up and not do those things. You know, do the opposite of what Sony's doing with the Pro. So,
absolutely.
Hey, I think we got a good voicemail from a former pony. Is that true, Jay?
Yes, it is. One moment.
Always welcome a good voicemail.
Yes, voicemail. I was going to say, man, here we go.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. It's Tony, no longer the pony. Yeah, that's right. Xbox gamer tag. Now, write this down. There's a lot of Tonys, so it's Tony 448-555-3236-75211. Okay, write that down. Now, look me up online because I'm playing Xbox now. That's all I'm playing. It's the best box, and man, I'm having a great time. That's why I'm calling about. I'm having a great time. The controller, oh my God. I can't believe I was playing with that fucking paddle pop stick thing before. And the controller's just out of this world. I'm kicking ass with the controller. Let's put it that way. My fingers are adjusting, and it's getting great. The community is fantastic. I mean, people are just sending me friends requests. Chat's going here, chat's going there. I'm getting invited to clubs. You know, some of the clubs are a little bit alternative, but I don't care. I'm joining them anyway. You know, let's just have fun. And so anyway, and I just want to say, Yoshida, you know, man, you've been trying to get those codes every week, you fucking asshole. But I got the code, motherfucker, last week. So you keep trying, bitch. You keep trying. You keep ringing and trying. That's fine. Anyway, I'm going to donate my code back to the community, back to the podcast, just to say thanks to you guys, and hopefully you get some more subscribers out of it. You know, everyone loves free shit. So I'll catch you guys online, Mooch and Crap and Jay, and look out for my driver, Tom, man. All right. Peace.
That's great. We've started a feud in voicemails.
Yes, and you heard it. He's actually donating back the 1 year Xbox Live card to the show. So we're gonna give that away next week.
Yeah, well, something we didn't tell people is that actually that code was donated by Sean from California. That was something I told him I would give him credit on the show. So if he's listening, thanks, Sean. And the code's going to go up to someone else who deserves it soon.
That's really great. This is what I'm talking about. You don't get anything like this on the Sony community. I'm sorry, you know, and you'll have the neutrals do a video about us, and you'll have the Sony guys do a video about us. You can just see the minute you click on a video, it's just pure hate. What a great group of people we have. I mean, this is what M&C Mornings is all about. It's about you guys tuning in, getting a little bit of insight on Mooch and Crap's opinion on certain things. But then on the other side of things is just to be so interwound and hang out with the community. Tony, the former pony, thanks, buddy, for recycling that back in.
I like his gamer tag too. There's a lot of numbers in there, so
it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
So
hey, look, we got a nice chat going now. We got She-Wolf and Foxfire and a bunch.
Yeah,
of
we're approaching the 300 mark for a Sunday morning. 300 is always a great number to hit, you know, Crap.
Well, you know what's funny is people heard me kind of a little few beers in bitching about the viewership on the show.
Yeah, I know. Crap does a great woe is me. It's the old 1920s. The shows, you know what it is? A lot of shows take time to kind of, and our show, Crap being in the morning, really is. We even have people that do podcasts are like, are you guys crazy getting up and doing that?
Yeah. Hit that like button though if you're watching, because it helps out the show a lot. So, and we do have a call. So, welcome to M&C Mornings. How can we help you? Hello.
Let us help
Hey,
you.
Mooch and Crap, it's Jay Jones calling in from Trenton, New Jersey.
What's
You
up?
guys were talking about Dead Rising 4. I was wondering, do you think there's any way in a possible future update or DLC that we do get the co-op campaign? And also, after the holiday season's over, which one of your more anticipated games after the holiday season? Myself in particular, I'm looking forward to Scalebound for the single player, and multiplayer, I'm more leaning towards Sea of Thieves. Thanks, guys. Keep up the great work. Love everything you do.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that for me personally, yeah, it's like I'm getting Dead Rising, and then I think right out of the gate is that Horizon Zero Dawn game on PS4. Because it goes a year in between releases for PS4 that I actually look forward to. So yeah, like there'll be that. Obviously, I'm going to get Halo Wars 2. That new South Park game is supposed to come out sometime early next year. I'm excited to get that. Obviously,
is that Xbox One only? They're not doing.
no,
360, right?
that's on both, but I still like the game. Scale. Next year's an interesting year for Xbox because it's going to be a year when there's not a traditional Halo or Gears game, which is odd. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's going to be a Forza 7 or whatever, probably to launch Scorpio with a 4K 60 FPS racing game, which will be phenomenal. Those guys are wizards. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the hit that Drive Club took to get on VR to get 60 frames per second, it looks like a PS2 game.
Right.
And then you look at a game like Forza Motorsport 6, which is 1080p 60 and looks gorgeous. You just understand how much of a wizard those people are. And then obviously we're going to see probably HDR with that as well, with the DirectX 12. I hear that with Microsoft's DirectX 12 on Xbox One, that's how they implement the HDR. It's true HDR, whereas the PS4 Pro isn't. Not saying it's not capable of doing HDR, but they use more of a filter thing. Just talking to a developer. I talked to the Don, who's a developer, about it. He was messaging me about it, saying that that's basically what happens is they're putting this type of filter thing over the PS4 Pro games, and it's a little bit easier. You have to, games have to have DirectX 12, some type of DirectX 12, not built from the ground up, but some form of it for them to be able to get the HDR in there. So that's why we're seeing games like Battlefield getting patched with it, and I'm sure like Battlefront next year will have it. You know what I mean? So I think that things going forward look good for that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, but I do hear we got a good Xbox fan on deck for the voicemails. Who's that? J Dubs.
Xbox Trigger.
Hi, Mooch. Hi, Crap. This is Xbox Trigger from Twitter. And first, I wanted to say congratulations to Crapgamer for 27,000 subs. Wow, the Xbox community grew so much. I remember back in 2013, where you just speak Xbox, you get tons of likes, dislikes, and people telling you to kill yourself. So congratulations to Crapgamer. This helps the Xbox community so much, and this plus the how Xbox One is sold out at Black Friday. It shows that Xbox is back on the roll. Anyway, here's my question. Now we see the Black Friday sales for Xbox games or PS4 games, like AAA games that came a month before, for like $20-$30. Why do you think it doesn't cost that much at all? Do you think they're underperforming or something else? I never saw something like that before. Not games that just came out, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, love you guys. Please keep up the good work and peace.
Well, I mean, is he talking about the games crap that have currently gone on sale as far as like the Titanfall's going half price and these other games? I mean, it is. Like. Here's the thing, and I said this also on Food's show that he had me on a week ago. Maybe it's time, and this is easy for me to say. There's people at Microsoft that are probably going to hear me say this and say, we can't do that. Was he out of his mind? I don't know the exact number, but rather than have a game come out at $60 and everybody go, I'll just wait till it's half price in a couple of weeks. Instead of that, why not have the game release, all AAA games release at $40 or $45, and then it would be a universal, okay, they'd all have to agree, everybody would have to agree, brick and mortar, they have to make deals where it would stay at $45 for 12 months. Now, you're probably saying, well, geez, Mooch, that's kind of weird. I'd rather wait the 2-3 months and get the thing maybe at, $30. The thing is, though, we do have to think about it as consumer friendly. You also have to think about it as the company making enough money to give you a sequel or a third or even an option for another game. My point being is if $45 and you lock it in for 12 months, everyone would feel a little bit more at ease to purchase it than 60, because it seems like people aren't running out at 60 anymore, because everybody, unless you're a diehard fan, people know that in anywhere from 1 month now to 3 months, that game's going to be half price. So you see where I'm going with this crap? Isn't it the better of two evils to reduce it to $45 and keep it set in stone at $45 for 12 months?
You know what? Like for me, I was I don't know. We were talking about this last night during game night. I was like, I bought everything day one, Titanfall 2, the Gears 4, the $100 edition at that,
Right.
Mafia 3. Well, I game share with Hellhammer, so we both kind of split that stuff. But like he bought Mafia 3, and I bought like Battlefield and Call of Duty and Skyrim and stuff. So anyway, we bought all that stuff day one. Now, like it'd be easy to go, well, I bought Skyrim, but I haven't really had much time to play it, and they're already selling it for $30. But at the same time, I picked up the Batman Arkham collection for $30. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I like supporting the industry. I think that I agree that they need to space out the games better or figure out a better way to do the releases. I'm not sure how much. Maybe they want to sell more at 30. I don't know. Like Black Friday stuff's going to get reduced anyway. I'm not exactly sure that's whether that's good or bad. Even games that sold really well. Look at Battlefield 1. That game apparently has sold like crack, and they reduced that to $30 as well. So I think that's just a good price point that they put games down to for the holiday.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that's more in line, and a lot of people in the chat are actually saying, "Geez, I have no problem with $45." It would introduce a new price scheme, and I think people would be excited to embrace it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Especially for single player only games, I would say there should be a price break. I thought Recore was a really good price point for a new IP that only had single player. Like more people should adopt that. So anyway, M&C Mornings, what's up? What do you think?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. How are you doing? I'm Varun from Twitter. My question is, what do you think's happening at NeoGAF right now? Do you think they're worried? And my other question is, do you think Sony's hiding something from us, like something great, maybe? All right, thank you. Have a great day, guys.
I think Sony's hiding its debt collectors pretty well.
Yeah. NeoGAF, that place is completely in disarray. So is N4G. The main problem, those are like insurgents, and you got to clean them out.
I'm kind of with Brian Baker in the chat says, why do we care about NeoGAF? That's a great point. I don't, right hand to the Lord, I don't go to NeoGAF for anything. I don't go there for entertainment. I don't go there for articles. I don't go there for headlines. I don't go to the website at all. I don't understand why this one website, which is clearly Sony based, gets the attention it gets. It blows my mind. And especially in a world where people are like, how dare Mooch and Crap be so Xbox biased? How dare we? NeoGAF is a huge site that's only Sony. It's pro Sony, period. So if they can do it, why can't we? I don't understand. I have absolutely no idea why people still go to it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't go to it at all. I don't even know to me, they're, as they said in the Mighty Ducks, there never was.
Yeah. Well, for me, like I don't go there either but I follow the thing on Twitter for the new threads or whatever. And sometimes it's just kind of comedy. You know what I mean? Like they were really flipping out over the Xbox One S. Like they're already prepping their excuses. They're like, well, it looks like the PS4 Pro didn't sell well. That automatically means that the Scorpio is going to do bad to them. You know what I mean? If the Xbox One wins November NPD, it's because they were giving them away. It was fire sales. You know what I mean? Like, So like they're already making the excuses, and so I think that's good as well. But like I was on N4G, and I go there because you can get news stories. That N4G in and of itself isn't biased. Right, the site is just a hub for stories, right? That's not bias. The bias comes in with the moderators who are pro Sony and the fanboys who are pro Sony that run that place, right? Like if you just go there and don't have an account, that's a good place to just see stories about gaming. And so I saw one about if Sony's fall PS4 exclusive strategy paying off, basically saying them coming out with games, in the fall instead of like the winter is a good idea. And all the Sony fanboys have like 100 degrees where they're like, yeah, it's great. They're absolutely killing it. This is the great thing. And I'm like, listen, this was my point to that. As gamers, how can you be happy not to get exclusives? Like, you can sit there and go, oh, whoop-de-doo, they win in sales, but how can you be happy as a gamer that you're not getting exclusives during the holidays? Like, how can anybody be happy with that? And that is the problem. These Sony fanboys absolutely refuse to admit that Sony has any problems, any shortcomings, that they're ever wrong. Every move's the right one according to them, and that is the problem. With us, we've criticized Microsoft nonstop, and that got results. We want certain games backwards compatible. We vote on it. Microsoft listens, and it comes out. We have a problem with a certain thing. We complain. Look at Rand, right? This guy wanted the Snap system to work back when they took it away.
That's right.
Like 2 days later, it was back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, how long would something like that happen with Sony? Like, people are still asking to change your name on PSN.
Yeah.
For years,
How
and that's
funny
still
too,
not
Crap,
hasn't happened.
When you broke the information on, that was really great. You broke the new UI that they were going to have come out, and it's funny. We were looking at it, and the screenshots looked like it was going to mimic Xboxes to a T. They
Yeah.
still, even though they copied it, which is all Sony does, right? They copied. Everyone's like, the UI sucks on Microsoft's Xbox One. Meanwhile, Sony just copied it. Gears 4 doesn't hold a candle to Uncharted 4, but they just copied Horde mode. Listen.
Pinkie Pie, your ultimate party pony.
Well, there you go, folks. There you
If
go.
you call in MC Space Mornings on Skype, you will win Dishonored, the definitive edition on Xbox One, digital download. So call in MC Space Mornings and say you want to win it because you heard Pinkie Pie.
Courtesy of Matty Beast.
Matty Beast, yes.
So thank you for that. No, but you know what I mean, Crap? You had laid that out there, and I said, wow, these sons of bitches are copying off Microsoft. But they did a piss-poor job of copying off them because the activity feed on the PS4 looks like shit. I don't know. My whole thing is that this is a joke. Now people are starting to see it. We're seeing the word of the day, folks, is pallets.
That triggers people.
It triggers people. Pallets, because there's just pallets and pallets and pallets of PS4s. Stacked to the ceiling with, and people are saying the Slim did well on Amazon. I'm sure maybe it did because the numbers are in front of us. But as far as I know, Crap, the pallets didn't do very well in the brick and mortar.
Yeah, not only that, but they only had the one SKU on doing good on Amazon, where Microsoft had 4 or 5 in the top 100. So
agreed. Who's our big winner?
We have a winner.
We have a wiener. Who is it?
What's up, guys? It's Dan back again. I just one code. I want to say thank you, guys. This community is great. And one quick question about the Video Games Award. I think they should have viewers like us gamers voting on what game should be in what category and what game should be Game of the Year. That way, it won't be so biased. Instead of having the media doing it, because that's not fair. We're the one playing the game. We should be the one voting for the games as well. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys again. Love the show. And that's it, man. Bye.
Nice. Congratulations to Dan. Is that Dan? I don't know if it's Dan from Florida from earlier, but that's awesome.
Yeah, that's from earlier. And what's funny is, see how fast people called in with that to win that game, as opposed to the Gears games that everybody has. Like Gears, those Gears codes, thanks to everybody that's been giving them to us, but we literally can't give them away right now.
Those Gears codes are like candy. They're like candy corn on Halloween.
Yeah, people don't want
give it away at this point.
Yeah.
But no, that's fine. We've learned from that, folks. We're giving away better games, greater games, thanks to our donations by some of our greatest fans.
And if you guys want to donate for shout outs or whatever, hey, feel free. Like that's what it's for. You know what I mean? We haven't put in anything particularly. You know what I mean? It's all community donated, which is awesome.
A lot of the money we've put into it has been more on the software end, with hopefully helping Jay Williams and doing the iTunes stuff.
Yeah. Also, we are on iTunes. If you guys want to go download that, that would be, if you guys some people just like to listen to that stuff. You know what I mean? I think this is a very clean sounding show. And so it's perfect.
Well, it doesn't. You know what it is too, Crap, is it allows people to listen to our show and not use so much data, because they can download the iTunes on their Wi-Fi at home, have the current episode uploaded download it onto their phone, and then they can take that on the road with them. Not just that, but they don't have to have the video playing. And every time a video, like if you take your phone for a jog, every time you bang into your phone or your phone bounces in your pocket, it switches to another video. So this gives people a lot more flexibility with travel and listening to M&C Mornings, which is what we want to do. It's great.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm very very excited by that.
We should probably do a couple more voicemails, Jay. We are at 12:10, and I think we have a plethora of voicemails.
Hey,
Yeah,
She-Wolf was like, I wanted to call in and win that game, but she doesn't have Skype on her phone.
Get an iPhone, She-Wolf. Stop with the tinkering and the Androids.
Avoid that.
Uh-oh, triggered.
Avoid Apple.
Yeah, GKB right now just slid underneath his fucking kitchen table, Titanfall 2 style.
Well, he's sick. That's why you missed game night. So hopefully,
I know it wasn't the same without GKB. Get better, buddy.
Yeah, we missed those like 3 or 4 words you would have chimed in during the night. So.
Uh-oh, what did you say? Hush. I'm gonna get it. I'm telling you.
Hold on. Oh, come on. That was funny. I'm just joking. It's just jokes.
It's just jokes.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Arnold?
Jokes. Isn't that right, Arnold?
Jokes, people. You don't need to freak out like whiny little babies.
Thank you, Arnold.
Thank you.
Arnold agrees. It's just jokes. Like
it's just jokes, people.
People are gonna be like, "Craps don't taking shots at GKB." OMG.
Right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go ahead. We got some voicemails.
Okay,
right?
so we've got a voicemail from one of our fans that are down under.
Nice.
Awesome. Good day, mate.
G'day, boys. It's Aussie Gamer here. Love your show. Keep up the great work. Today, I've got a pretty simple question about pricing globally. Should we continue with this geo-blocked regional pricing that can often mean some markets pay significantly more for a game, or should we go down the Steam kind of model where everyone's paying for the same games in US dollars? So, it's all based on exchange rates at that point, as opposed to being artificially geo-blocked, which means you can pay, a lot more money for your game. So would love to know your thoughts on that. And keep up the great work. Love listening to your show. And hopefully we'll talk soon.
That's why I love the voicemails, because they sound so clear.
Yeah, they're crystal. And, I want to say before, and I do want to hand that question off to you. I just have Aussie had written me, and I believe for some reason I can't get him unblocked on my my feed here as far as the chat. So because even when he goes to type in, it just delete. He says it's showing it just deletes. I'm not doing it. So I want to say shout out to Aussie Gamer. He's a good guy, good friend. So once we figure that out, Aussie, we'll get it all straightened out. But we will get you back in the chat as soon as possible. I have no idea why you're having a hard time.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Nobody's banned and nobody's blocked him or anything. So
I don't. I even went to his page. Okay, because he's got his own YouTube page. I went to his YouTube page, and when you click under the little flag,
you can see if somebody's blocked or not.
You can see if it's blocked, and the option isn't to unblock. The option is to block. That means it's unblocked.
A better time being Xbox game.
Well, hey, thanks, Jay.
Sorry about that. I was clicking buttons trying to get something prepared and started playing another one. Sorry.
Nice.
Okay, I thought somebody had an answer for me. I was like, God? Where's that coming from?
J-Dubs. That's J-Dubs. A rare mistake by J-Dubs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently I said it wrong. Timodos has corrected me. It is not Aussie. It's Aussie.
Oh, Aussie.
With Z.
Like Aussie.
Which is interesting because it says Aussie, but it's spelled A-U-S-S-I-E.
That's correct.
Which I think in any U.S. interpretation would be Aussie, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's
it's not. It's Aussie. Well, I'll work on that, Timodos. Thank you.
Yeah, that's like people say Baltimore. They pronounce it Baltimore,
right?
Instead of Baltimore. Yeah, so I guess the same kind of thing. Oh well.
It's funny. Lady Foxfire in the chat is like, "LOL, God?" ? Meaning, I think she's referring to because she's very good friends with Timodos. I think she's basically saying, Timodos, calm down. So I think that's what that was supposed to mean. Now Lace Chuck says just say Ozzy as in Osborne.
Yeah,
we'll do that. We'll call it Aussie,
yes.
So well, that went off on a tangent.
Yeah. So I know we still have like a crap ton of voicemails.
Yes.
Do we have one on deck, J-Dubs?
Yeah, we do. Let's listen to Tony Brennan.
We do have to also get back to Ozzy's question. We didn't answer it.
We will.
Hey guys, what's happening? Loving the show. Keep up the good work. Just a quick question. I've just come across an article that I've read on the internet online here about the Xbox One and the user interface getting a big change next year. And what they're saying is going to be completely rechange the snap functionality in the Xbox One. Now I think it could be a good thing because if they're talking about the UWP features and the app integration in the future, and to say now you could be able to possibly snap Netflix, but not have it snapped on the side of the screen, a big bar. It will just be just the screen itself of the video image, so you can move it around. Obviously, the Xbox One screen anywhere you want. And I think it's really good. And I just want to see what you guys think and what else you think needs changing for the future and for the brand and that. But love the show. Keep up the good work, guys. See you again. Bye now.
Crap, I didn't catch much of that.
I think he was. I think I can convert what he was saying. He was talking about the leak about the new update that's going to come out where it's not going to be the snap stuff anymore. It's going to be kind of like picture in picture.
Fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, they're trying to make it less clunky.
Yeah,
I guess
seamless.
and so I'm down with that. You know what I mean? So that
Hell
did leak. Yeah, that leak that's going to happen, and so I'm excited to see what happens with that. And you got to trust Microsoft. They're a software company, and I'm sure that people are already testing this. I'm not. But it did leak that people are testing it, and so I guess it's pretty exciting to have that coming. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited to see what happens. You know what I mean? And
there's no better time being an Xbox gamer. All right, thank you for listening to my rant. It was nice talking to you guys. Bye.
Jay, you're just pushing all sorts of buttons.
Are you like over there? Are you like blindfolded, just like smashing buttons, bro?
Jay's like, I can do this with a blindfold on.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm taking care of 3 computers at the same time, and all of a sudden things are playing and they shouldn't.
Well, listen, Jay, while you figure that out, let me say a shout out and a thank you to Oh Snap Suckers. Everyone knows as Mel. Mel is pulling an outstanding Oprah Winfrey deal. She's like, you get a free code and you get a free code. She's giving out codes to everybody in the chat for an unknown random amount of Xbox dollars. So that's amazing that she's doing that. Thanks, Mel. That's awesome. That's really something.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you guys all for the support. It'd be awesome if y'all hit that like button too. So yeah,
that's really great. Shout out to our buddy Southbound and Down. Southbound just woke up apparently.
Oh, and as if by magic, we've got a call.
A call.
Dun dun dun. What's up? Hello. Good morning. How can we help you?
What's going on, people? It's EXBot 448. Yo, Mooch Crap again. Another great show. Quick question though. With so many gamers kind of adopting buying digital games and stuff, and knowing that when people purchase digital, you're not paying for manufacturing and stuff like that. Do you think there's going to be a point in time where digital games drop their base price, where it's no longer $60 to buy a digital game, but more like maybe $35, $40? And if you think they're going to do that, when do you think they're really going to implement it to kind of push the rest of the people to buy digital? Because that's where they're going. That's where the gaming industry is going. I was just wondering your thoughts on this, guys. Again, great show. I am absolutely addicted to M&C in the mornings every Sunday. Keep doing what you do, guys.
I heard somebody really cool subscribed to his channel recently. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with that. Same thing with Twitter. I have a bunch of followers and people that I interact with, and then sometimes I'll notice that I'm not even following them.
Yeah.
And so I'll, I have a cutoff point where I don't want to look like a mark. You know what I mean? People oh, there's Crapgamer. He's following 10,000 people.
Right. No, I try
to keep mine at a certain amount, but yeah, some of the people that I interact with.
What I'm guilty of, Crap, is the likes. I listen to a lot of podcasts while I'm driving to and from work. So while I'm doing that, I don't have my hands free to hit the like button sometimes. So when I'm home or I'm on the PC or I'm on my Xbox, I always do. But sometimes I won't when I'm in, and it depends on when people launch their videos sometimes religiously at a certain time. So it happens to always happen when I'm driving. I don't hit the like button all the time when I'm in the car. And then when I get home and everyday life stuff comes at you, it's not like you're like, oh, you know what I need to do? Go back into YouTube and hit that like button. It just it escapes you. But we all have our guilty sins of that. But getting back to what we should probably address. We have two questions to address: Xbox and Aussie.
Yeah, what was Aussie's question? I totally forget.
Well, that's not fair, crap. I also don't remember.
You need to play it again?
Yes, let's play Aussie Gamers thing again, and we'll pay attention, I promise.
G'day, boys. It's Aussie Gamer here. Love your show. Keep up the great work. Today, I've got a pretty simple question about pricing globally. Should we continue with this geo-blocked regional pricing that can often mean some markets pay significantly more for a game, or should we go down the Steam kind of model where everyone's paying for the same games in US dollars? So, it's all based on exchange rates at that point, as opposed to being artificially geo-blocked, which means you can pay, a lot more money for your game. So we'd love to know your thoughts on that, and keep up the great work. Love listening to your show, and hopefully we'll talk soon.
Well, listen, what's great is that Aussies and Xbox kind of tie in a little bit together. I do think that it's hard, crap. How can we make a comment on that and say that the universal American dollars, which should be followed across, all country borders, it's hard for us to make that call because depending on the actual, the money rates, which change daily, I don't know if that'll ever happen. I guess Steam does it. I don't play PC gaming, so I don't know what Steam does or doesn't do.
Yeah.
I do go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that I do think that it probably should be more even, because if you look at prices, like Jay, you're in Canada, aren't games more expensive there?
Yeah.
They're at least $10 more, at least.
Okay. And isn't like something like PlayStation VR like $100 more expensive there?
It's insane how much. I mean, even televisions, like you guys were talking about 4K televisions, the same ones you guys are buying for $6.99, they're like $9.99 here.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, see, I definitely think that there should be a more even price point, because I know in Australia they're paying like $100 a game or something like that, and that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think that there should be more accessible price point for everybody, because that means less games there. Like people are probably having to save up a lot longer to get games.
Well, the thing is, though,
as many.
And tell me if you think I'm wrong here. This is completely speculating from the outside looking in. But a lot of people in Canada will tell you that they really love that they have their universal health care program. Well, money doesn't fall from the sky, people. So what happens is a lot of imported goods are probably upcharged. Jay Williams is paying $10, $20, $30, $100, $200 more for items depending on what they are, and that is a tax. I think a lot of that may be a tax that goes to the federal government, because the unit costs for these things are still the same unit costs in the transition of what the dollar is worth between the dollar and the Canadian dollar. So that doesn't change much with whatever small percentage that is. To say that a TV here is $699 and a TV there for the same spec is $1,000, even with the exchange of money rate, it doesn't equal that. So a lot of that must be going to the federal government in tax.
Yeah,
and so ultimately, Jay, when people say we have free health care, you actually don't. You're paying for it in a different form.
And there are long wait times. So if you need to have any kind of surgery, even though you don't pay out of pocket, you may be waiting months for major surgeries.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, people always forget that. It's the grass is always greener on the other side, but it's not always. I'm not saying ours is better. I think both sides need a lot of work, but nonetheless, I think that we should take things into consideration. That's why it's hard to make something like a video game universal across different countries' borders. As far as Xbox 448 is concerned, I think that there should be cheaper games for digital. Absolutely. I mean, we've said this a number of times. No disc, no container, no salesperson needed. It's just Microsoft puts Larry Herb on a Friday out there acting insane, doing his insane deals commercial, and everyone buys it, right? So why not make it $45? I understand that they have to compete with the brick and mortars need to be on the same page, but do something wild once in a while that gives people an option for a digital sale, which they're doing now. I mean, they're doing that right now.
Well, what's funny is, right, like, why not have somebody that's monitoring places like Amazon and stuff? Like, this is the interesting thing. Batman, the Arkham collection was $25 in brick and mortar on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The BioShock collection was $25. Why not at least match those for the day? You know what I mean? Like, that to me makes a lot of sense. There's no because like secretly, maybe not so much secretly, I've kind of went digital because I game share. It's actually cheaper for me. That way I always have somebody else that at least has the same game as me. If it's multiplayer, I only have to buy half as many. So it works out for me. I still buy some stuff physically, and then of course later on, if I can come across the game physically used or whatever on sale, I'll pick it up just to have it to collect it or whatever. But for the most part, like digital should be cheaper. At least do some flash sales or something. I know PS4 actually does that, so props to them. Sony, they do flash sales sometimes where shit will be really cheap. So I think Microsoft should do that as well. They do the weekly stuff, but Sony does that too, and also will occasionally do like a flash sale where certain games will be on sale or whatever. I think Microsoft should do the same. Pay a little bit more closer attention to that. Also, they should implement gifting, like game gifting. You know what I mean? Through Xbox Live and things like that. I think that'd be pretty kick-ass. You know what I mean? Or you could gift like money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be pretty cool.
Very cool. Very good. No, I agree. And it's funny. I'm just enjoying so many people in the chat. The chat's happening right now. Gonna do a couple special. I know a lot of crap. I'm not huge into the shout outs, but
I gotta give shout out to the toilet.
Shout out to the toilet, to the bathroom. No, but a couple of great people just joined us. Matty Beast, I think, has just made his way in. I'm pretty sure.
Clear the red carpet.
That's right. Another good friend of mine, Von Shell Morgan, who is huge on Twitter. He definitely, I believe, and Von, please correct me if I'm wrong, has cerebral palsy, but, he is a motivated gamer, an active person in all gaming communities, but I do think he slightly leans towards Xbox, but that's just my personal preference. I think that's what he is. I think he's an Xbox fan at heart. But, he's always got wise words and great wisdom. So, Von, you should let people know how to find you on Twitter, man, because I always enjoy reading what you got to write. But yeah, there's some really, really great folks. Southbound and Down is here. Matty Beast, Try Hard. I'll tell you something, Crap. The audience is not just the call-in and the voicemails, but the chat is on fire. Oh, Snaps is handing out money like she's printing it. It's amazing.
It's literally an Oprah situation.
It is. She's just handing out all sorts of gift cards and money to everybody. It doesn't get any better than this. Thanks, Mel.
Yeah, absolutely. It's showing the spirit of the season. Thank you.
Yes. No, if we in that spirit though, Crap. And speaking of giveaways, we should do another voicemail.
We should definitely do a voicemail. Who do we got, J-Dubs?
Matty Beast in the chat. We've got a nice voicemail from Matty Beast.
Oh, let's hear it.
You guys all wondering why Matty's chasing waterfalls. Here we go.
Hey, M&C Mornings. It's Matty Beast. It's Thanksgiving. I just picked up my smoked turkey from Beast Barbecue right down the road here. Can't wait to dig in. I'm excited. Oh, Thanksgiving. I love it. Be playing some games today, getting in on all those great Black Friday deals and everything else. And this week, I don't even have a question. I just want to say that I'm thankful for what you guys do, that I'm thankful for each one of you. Mooch, Crap, the producer himself, the graphic god, for all the things that you guys do, the podcasts, all the work, the time on Twitter, game nights, you name it. You guys are always there. You guys are always having fun. It's an open door. Everybody gets an opportunity to spend some time with you guys and to get to know you. And I just really want to say that today. That's my heartfelt thanks. Appreciate everything you guys do. Love this show. Have a great Thanksgiving. Take care, and we'll talk to you next week.
That was great.
Awesome.
No,
Yeah.
Matty, thanks, man. And listen, you can thank us all you want. The thank you comes right back to people like you who continuously donate to shows like ours. And without you guys in the audience, me and Crap are pretty much just talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
Which we might still even oddly do. I don't know. Imagine that.
Last night I was complaining about that. I might as well just talk in front of the kennel. You know,
you know what I mean? So thanks, Matty, and yeah, God bless to you and your family. I hope you enjoy the holiday season, and thank you for all that you've done for our show.
Like the whole idea, I get it that there's a lot of podcasts now, so there might be some saturation with that. But this show is different than any of the other shows that we do, which is cool. It's like totally depending on you guys. Like I was never a person that gives away stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm very stubborn that way. I'm like, people are going to watch my shit because I'm compelling, because I'm this, I'm that. I've got a good take on things. I'm, this, you know what I mean? But with this, it's like, this was a community show. How the direction of it, we don't have any real notes or anything. Like Jay puts together the voicemails. People, we don't hear them ahead of time. I have no idea who's calling or who's going to leave a voicemail. And that dictates the way it goes. We're able to go change things on the fly, and that's why the show is good and different. Yeah. And that's why I think that lots of people should watch it. You have the community that donate stuff, like Maddie. He was the one that gave those $10 codes week after week. You know what I mean? Like, big props to him. He's in the chat I see him in the chat on the next podcast, on Console Corner, on Crossfire, on BGST, on Xbox Nation. He's always there. That's what I like. You know what I mean? Like, I understand not everybody can watch every single podcast because there's like a million of them, but it is nice to see that people support the community the way they do and donate stuff and realize that this is a different type of podcast. And I don't even like to call it a podcast, to be honest with you, but whatever. So.
What's great is Southbound in the chat. He goes, Mooch and Crap are too cheap to buy their own giveaways.
That's more or less accurate.
Hey, you don't get that. You don't be called Mooch for nothing there, Southie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's good.
And I'm poor. Come on, man. Like, I got my cup out and I'm dancing. Come on.
Yeah, Crap's not doing those mayonnaise dances for nothing. He's got a hat out there for people dollars, coins. He accepts everything.
Exactly. I'm actually and shout out Fox, because I know she's interested in the job. I'm looking for mayonnaise applicators after this November MPD comes out. Just saying.
That's great. Oh my God. Did you say that to Fox? That's even better.
Yeah, because I always joke around with her about the mayonnaise stuff. So yeah.
But it's got to be made, not Miracle Whip, right?
No, it's got to be mayo, man.
Real mayo. Thank you. Screw milk.
Yeah, it's got to be Hellman's too.
It's got to be Hellman's. But God,
it's got to be. You know what I mean?
Like,
that's
sponsor.
That's what you got to do. Yeah, absolutely.
We need a sponsor.
Buckle yourselves in. We have a good voicemail from Space Cat 546.
Space Cat.
Space Cat.
Wow.
Wow, I like the sound of that. Good name.
What's up, Crapgamer? I was just wondering, what's your favorite game that ever come on the Xbox platform? Also, I was just wondering, do you think HDR makes more difference than 4K does in visual gameplay? Okay, thanks.
What the hell?
What the hell was that?
What the hell's going on?
Oh,
did somebody call in when they threw their phone across the room?
Were they in a submarine?
Yeah. And I think they were just their voice as well.
Yeah.
Did our female demographic go up too? Crap, is that? Can we?
See, I was gonna say that, but then you had to lawyer up a bit and be like, they might not identify as that, so they could just identify as a high pitched male. So we never know.
That's true. That could be a high pitched male. That's correct. There's high pitched Eric on Stern, so you never know.
Exactly.
That's right.
So what the hell was the question?
I don't know.
I think the question had to do with HDR more important than 4K.
Is HDR?
He can't stop. Crap's gonna laugh for the next half hour. That was great.
Again.
Yes.
Yes.
Please play it again.
Please play it again, please.
I was just wondering, what's your favorite game that ever come on the Xbox platform? Also, I was just wondering, do you think HDR makes more difference than 4K does in visual gameplay? Okay. Thanks.
Okay. It sounds like Kermit the Frog.
I know.
It was, what's your favorite game on the platform, and is 4K better than HDR?
Well, Crap, you should answer that because you've said HDR steals the show.
You know what? Yeah, like for me, I just think when you play Gears 4 in HDR, Forza Horizon 3 in HDR, it's a game changer. I don't have anything native 4K that I've played, so I would say that that's a real game changer. Like people. And you have to be careful because some of the other TVs might say HDR, but it's not HDR that's going to work with the Xbox One S. You need HDR 10 or HDR 1000. So you got to make sure to get that.
Right.
But the good news is, like right now, especially like probably Cyber Monday too, you can get those Samsung KS series for like, you can get a 49-inch for like $700. You know what I mean? Those are probably some of the best that you're going to be able to find. Like if I had to suggest something, I would suggest that. So I would say that HDR makes a hell of a difference. And I'm looking forward to the day when most games are HDR ready. As far as best games, man, you know what? Like this generation has picked up so much that I'm just having a blast with everything. I would say like Gears 4 is an absolute blast. I even have, I'm having fun on Call of Duty again. So I just think right now gaming is just fun. I'm
glad you brought that up, Crap, because last time we did that was community game night's game of choice, and I really did. I really enjoyed playing Call of Duty. I can't believe I'm saying that. It was a lot of fun. I think the game, once you get used to it, GKB has said this on multiple shows. They purposefully slowed it down to feel more like the traditional COD, and it works. It works. At first, I thought it was a slow Titanfall, but it's actually, of course, they're mimicking Titanfall's mechanics, but they slowed it down to where it feels comfortable in the COD world. So I don't know. I will give it credit where it's due. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the campaign is phenomenal. I don't know if you finished it yet, but
I have not finished it. No, I'm attacking your game of the year, Titanfall 2. I'm attacking that.
Hey, I said that had a really good campaign, and surprisingly, you know what I mean? I think that like even Hellhammer, he finished it up, and he's like, man, that was a really good campaign. Like people really like it.
Tell me where I am, Crap. I just defeated Ash. So is that like a quarter of the way, or
you haven't done the time changing?
No, I have
level
not
yet.
done the time. Is the time halfway through? Would you say?
Yeah, that's probably about halfway through. Yeah, so you're still pretty early on.
Yeah, I'm playing it literally in spurts because every time I get to sit down, like last night, the minute I got the chance to sit down, it was game night, right? So we play multiplayer. So I only got like an hour in this morning, or half an hour, excuse me, before the show went live. But yeah, no, it's definitely a lot of fun. I think you're gonna see a lot of people on Titanfall after the holiday because of the sales.
Yeah. Hey, OSnap said she's going to drop another code at 200 likes. We're 19 likes away. So go ahead and hit that like button, and she'll drop a code, which we're very grateful for. Thank you very much.
Who's dropping a code? We got
OSnap.
At 200
she'll
likes.
drop one at 200.
Wow, guys, hit that like button. You're insane if you don't. There's just people just giving away free Microsoft money here. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And guys,
it's free stuff.
I just want to let you know that I just got a message through Skype from David Pruitt. He's called before, and he's giving away a 1 month EA access code.
Oh, okay. So now we've got 2 months of EA access codes.
We do have two. I would say we do have Southbounds to give away today, courtesy of Southbound and Down South. I don't think you were on early enough, but we did tell everybody that is from your good graces. We appreciate that. So, I mean, maybe we can save that one for next week, Crap. I don't know. It just depends on if you feel like, you know.
That's fine. Yeah, that's good. Absolutely.
And let's do another voicemail, Jay, because the Wheel of Wonder is going to impact who wins the Battlefield 1, which a lot of people are, I'm sure, anticipating. That's what they can't wait to find out.
Definitely. So we've got a voicemail from our old friend Macintosh from Russia.
Oh, nice. Love Macintosh. Good guy.
Hi, everyone. I have serious question. Do you have any plans for Kickstarter campaign of Tamasuke Dragon?
Wait, what was the question? Do we
have any plans for Kickstarter for Kamasaki Dragon?
That's great. Any plans? But he said, you have any blondes? I was like,
look how fast we got to 200 likes when we said that.
Yeah, my God, now we're well over 200. Well, it's amazing. Like, see, this is why it's really important, Crap, that we have our drops mainly done by female listeners because.
Oh yeah, our 3 or 4 demographic that we have. So,
when women speak, gamers listen.
It's true. And you know what's funny is I can absolutely say 100% that there's no correlation to women being bad gamers. Like they kick my ass all the time.
Oh my God, yeah. No, the ones that I know in the community are outstanding. They're better than like 75% of the guys I know that play.
Oh hell yeah, they like whoop your ass. It's so bad. It's and it's not even embarrassing. I mean, maybe back 10 years ago that would have been embarrassing, but now it's like good for them. They, that's super. Like I was getting my ass kicked and like she would have won the last map of the night that I played when we were playing that. And that shit's but I didn't win a single time. Like I kept on getting stuck with the sniper. Like that thing, I'm terrible with it. I'm the worst sniper ever. I don't.
Xbot 448 goes, hey Mooch, I have a 4.7% women demographic. That's not fair because you have Snaps with you on the podcast, and she ropes in more girls. So Xbot 448, we have to take you out of the runnings for that. Even though I'm impressed with your almost 5%. That's very good. That's great.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I love that old school voice. Like anybody's phone sounds like that anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, flashback to the
M&C Mornings, 1988. How can we help you?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Musclebound Gamer here. You guys actually inspired me to start my own YouTube channel, so just going to give myself a little shout out there. But I do want to thank you guys for everything you do. You're really uplifting to the entire Xbox community. But my question is, with Xbox developing the Elite controller and offering something like that with that kind of quality for the high-end user who's willing to pay more, do you think they could do something with a headset, like an Xbox Elite headset with like Astro level quality that could, really boost the morale for people like me who are Xbox fans, but, I have their basic headsets, not that great. But yeah, maybe you guys can let me know. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing, and
I'd like to see Microsoft do that crap and put out their own version. A lot of people were asking me last night in the chat. You were there too, not in the chat, excuse me, but on Community Game Night. There's something really great about the Astro headset that I never knew existed. Shame on me for waiting this long to get into the Astro world. I've been a Turtle Beach guy, and I'm not going to badmouth Turtle Beach. It's just a different product. Turtle Beach does a great job for what they're offering, but as far as the Dolby surround sound versus the surround sound that they have on the Turtle Beaches, I just think the Astros wins hands down. I will say that the voice, so when I hear myself speak through the microphone, the Turtle Beaches was a little bit more subtle, where the Astros, I'm a little bit more myself in surround sound, which is, it's a lot, that's a lot to take in. And it's soundproof as well. So you have soundproofing, and you can also hear yourself's rhetoric through the microphone into your headset. But overall, I don't know if Microsoft's going to get into that game. To answer, I don't know if that was Jeff. I don't know if Microsoft's going to get into that game because I just don't think there's a market for that on the Microsoft side. Microsoft has their own. They have a couple of their own headsets out, right? Crap. They have that one now that matches the Elite one, that like white and black headset. It looks okay, and I guess it sounds good for the $100, but it's not anything spectacular. I don't think Microsoft sees the money in that, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they have like their official stereo one or whatever,
right?
Which is pretty. Like I'm using Turtle Beaches right now on the computer. These are Hellhammers, which I guess I don't know how I sound on them, if it sounds different than what I normally sound like, but they work pretty good. Like I like Turtle Beaches too. You know what I mean? Like when I used to play competitively Call of Duty, we had a sponsorship with Turtle Beach where they'd send us a certain amount of Turtle Beaches or whatever, you know what I mean? And I distribute them or whatever. Only like the top players got them, so a lot of people used to get pissy about that. But yeah, so I like them. But for me, when I'm just gaming and just relaxing nowadays in my old age, I just like the standard headset, man. I don't let the noise coming into the ears. Like my sound bar, I could just be like
Bam.
Def Jam Bam. That's
Def Jam Bam.
Yeah, Noof gave him that nickname. I love it. He's like, yeah, it's Def Jam Bam, and I was like,
that could be the best. That could honestly be the best nickname yet. It's right next to No Chills.
Oh yeah, No Chills Noof, man.
No Chills Noof is on fire, and then Def Jam Bam. Because whether you want it or not, you're going to listen to what Bam listens to if you play a community game night with them.
Absolutely. See, what's funny is, like, Fox was like, you sound exactly the same. And I'm like, damn, this is like over $100 headset. And then the one I usually use is like $15.
Right.
So, I mean, you can see, like, Crapgamer is cheap.
Well, here's my whole thing. Here's my whole thing to what you're saying, though, Crap. When you're talking about the Astros, yes, actually, first of all, your audio sounds great. You sound just as good as you always do. But with Astros, you're not paying for the out. It's the input. So it's the headphone. The question would turn to you and say, what do you think, Crap? Do you hear a better sound quality in your ears than the $20 headset you wear?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, the $20 one that I use only has an ear thing over one side.
Okay.
So these cup the entire ear, so it definitely is like a more of a feeling of, you can hear stuff much better.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, Southbound saying that what are they there? The HyperX.
Yeah.
HyperXs are taking over what Turtle Beach's market used to be because they're less expensive than Turtle Beach, and you're getting maybe an equivalent quality. I think Astro's still holding on to the king as far as maybe not the king. I shouldn't say they're the best, but they're the most coveted in the gaming world. Whether it be from marketing, etc. But I can see HyperX taking over Turtle Beach's footsteps easily.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody out there wants to donate some nice headsets to me, I'm always open to that.
Well, there you go. Crap will take some free shit. There you go, guys. M&C Mornings, things you didn't know prior to today.
I'll eBay, I'll dance, whatever you want. I'll do it, man.
Well, listen. Speaking of eBay, and here we are. We're at 290 watching live and 209 in the like. That's huge.
That is.
Hit the subscribe button too if you like the Mooch, because it's just what it's all about, buddy. It's about letting us know what's going on out there, letting us know you like the content, and it keeps us excited to come back and do more of it.
Hey, you're closing in on 5,000. That's pretty damn
closing
good.
in on 5,000. I appreciate every single last one of you, and I hope that you tell a friend. It's it's what it is. It's all word of mouth, folks. It's all
absolutely.
Word of mouth.
But we definitely need to squeeze in some more voicemails.
Gotta squeeze in some voicemails.
J Dubs, what do we got?
So we got Jeff. He's the gentleman that gave us the Gears codes last time.
Oh, okay. We appreciate the Gears codes. We just almost impossible to find a home for them.
Thank you for the candy corn.
Yes, they're like the ugly stray cat that nobody wants.
Mooch and Crap, loving the show, man. This is Jeff out of Albuquerque. I'm glad those codes got put to good use, man. I already had those games, so I wanted somebody who hasn't been able to enjoy the Gears franchise enjoy it a little bit. Anyways, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about, with Scorpio coming and the Xbox One S, and the visuals and the gameplay that we're getting out of games like Gears of War 4 and Forza Horizon. Do you think the Xbox One S has longer legs and they can stretch that capability even further? Do you think we're going to see, big time improvements in games from like Gears 4 and Forza Horizon 3 in the future? Thanks, guys. Good show. Later.
Well, I think we'll see an improvement. Like, I think the resolution is going to get a bump. I still have no idea, and I think Microsoft is going to struggle with this, selling people on this as anything other than you're going to be able to play native 4K with slightly better textures and things like that, right? Like, it's going to be a hard sell because, they have to keep things parity-wise for the multiplayer no matter what.
Right.
So you're going to have that, and then it's going to be odd. Like, the techies are going to flock to it. I get that. I think that the S is next year probably be $250. You probably see a $199 version on Black Friday. So I mean, I think that there's always going to be a place for that. And look, I'm not unhappy with the S. I think the S, if that would have been the console that Microsoft launched with to begin with, they definitely wouldn't be losing right now, in my opinion. That thing's a phenomenal console.
Yeah, Crap, you keep saying something, and I think maybe this is something I'm going to ask you a question now, Crap. You and Tim were saying this on BGST last week, and I'm still, you're like, it has to be the same for multiplayer. Multiplayer is already 60 frames.
Yeah.
So it's
for the
already
most part,
equality. Yeah. So all I'm saying, this is, and maybe I'm out in right field and have no idea. I'm about to walk into the corn stalks in the outfield and have no idea what's going on. My whole idea of Scorpio, or in the case of the PS4 Pro, is to better my frames per second on my single player experience. That's all I care. That's why I'm buying this. I'm already at 60 frames on multiplayer. We played 8, 9, 10 different multiplayer games over the course of community game night. They're all 60 frames except for Destiny. And I mean, my point being is just that when I come home to the Scorpio, I want to be able to put Gears of War 4 in, play the single player, and I want to play it at either. I honestly could care less which one Rod and the coalition pick, either 1080 60 or 4K 60. 4K 30 is nothing for me. Honestly, that's nothing. Either give me 1080 60 or 4K 60. Either's fine with me. I'm not going to bitch in either direction. Of course, 4K 60, who's going to bitch? But I'm saying, like, even 1080 60, I'm fine with. But 4K 30, that's not why you put 6.7 teraflops into a machine. You could have done, like you said, Crap, they could have put something out this year that does that for maybe $100 more than what the going console is. So it's not that big of a deal. They have to be able to offer that, and that's what UWP brings to the Universal Windows Platform brings to the Microsoft ecosystem. It is what it is. Well, I mean, time will tell. Microsoft has said nothing, and I hate to just say that that's what I expect, but I mean, God, I mean, it's like if you go to a place that only sells pies and you get there and they're like, sorry, we only got cake. You're like, but it's called Pie World. Why do you only have cake? Why are you selling me something with 6.7 teraflops talking about all this power, and then you're like, does what your Xbox One S can do? What? I don't. All right, thanks, I guess. And you walk out like completely confused and probably without a purchase. I don't know. I think what you guys were saying where you're playing it too safe. I think Microsoft has more up their sleeve. Sony just doesn't have the software to help them out, crap. That's why they have a problem. They're completely compliant on their developers going back to the drawing board, where I think a lot of like the games like Forza Horizon 3 and Gears 4 are already ready to flip a switch and they can be 1080-60 in no time flat.
Yeah, I mean, like you could for single player stuff. I mean, I suppose. I mean, I'll be interested to see what they say.
Yeah.
They've already because you already have developers saying they're not allowed to do anything aside from upping the graphical fidelity with these games. Like they're already saying that. So like I'll be interested to see what the bottom line is. Like maybe they should clarify. Maybe Phil was right on in saying if you don't have a 4K TV, maybe Scorpio's not for you. I don't know.
Well, a gentleman in the chat, Black Rain, says getting to 60 frames per second requires more than just a strong GPU. He says you need a powerful CPU. Hence why these very, very, very strong rumors, and Crap, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that why the Scorpio's going with the Zen?
It's like the Zen Vega configuration or whatever. Yeah,
so it's going to have a much more powerful CPU, Black Rain. That's my point.
It's not using that terrible Jaguar one that the PS4 Pro is using the same CPU as the Xbox One launch.
Right.
And the PS4 launch. You know what I mean? It's not it's not exactly an upgrade. They overclock it a bit, sure, but it's still the bottleneck right now. Microsoft can't have that bottleneck. We'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like maybe Microsoft's plan all along is to have the S be the main console seller and the Scorpio to be the hardcore elite controller. The elite controller surely isn't going to outsell the regular controller, but the hardcore bought it. Like, you know what I mean? That thing's amazing. So
exactly. No, that's a statement I can stand behind, Crap.
Yeah. So.
We'll get another voicemail because I know we're 10 minutes from kickoff.
This Black Rain, who's obviously a PC dude, says there's rumors that Zen isn't coming to semi-custom parts until 2018. That was a false rumor.
Yeah,
that's not true. I've done videos already where they're on projection scheduled to have that stuff come out at the beginning of next year.
Very early, right? Jan or February.
Yeah, the first part of next year. So that's not going to be a problem. Microsoft isn't going to go with that old Jaguar CPU.
Yeah, shout out to D in the chat too. D goes, CPU on Pro is trash. Couldn't be more accurate.
Well, look, you're not going to go 12 gigs of memory like the Scorpio's going to have. You're not going to go, with the whatever, like they're not going to go Polaris. It looks like there's going to be like Zen and Vega. So you're not going to do that and then put a shit Jaguar CPU in there. You have all that memory bandwidth, which just doesn't make sense. If they were going with the shit CPU. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But, Jay, do we have some more voicemails?
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I can't stop thinking about Pie World.
Yeah, I know. There's going to be a lot of GIFs and memes coming up with that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We got a voicemail from Greg.
Pie World.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. My name is Greg, a.k.a. Greg the Chosen One on Xbox Live, and I'm from East Boston, Massachusetts. I want to quickly say that I absolutely love listening to you guys every Sunday and also throughout the week. You guys rock. Also, Crap, I know you've been under the weather, and I just want to say that I hope you get well soon. We need you, buddy. Okay, so I just want to say what a shit show of a list of nominations for the VGAs this year. Very upset that Microsoft was almost completely shut out. No Game of the Year nominations? Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously, come on. Not even a damn Game of the Year honorable mention for PS4 or Forza Horizon 3. Unbelievable. Another game that I was so shocked and appalled to not see in any of the categories was Quantum Break. That game, in my opinion, was phenomenal. From the acting, gameplay, and the risk of integrating a TV show, it all just gelled perfectly together for me, and I was honestly blown away. I know not many people agree with me, but it should have at least been nominated for Action Game of the Year. What do you guys think about Xbox being left in the dirt this year? And what do you think Microsoft needs to do in order to gain more respect in the industry? Thanks, guys, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Oh, and I'm hoping I win that 12-month live card. I have 2 months left, and it will help me out tremendously. Later, guys.
All right,
Well,
definitely a good call.
Yeah, you could tell he was a crapaholic because he's very subdued.
Yes, he was. He's definitely a crap fan. He called in from a ledge.
I think the crapaholics need some like speed or something. Come on.
Yeah, drink a couple cups of coffee and call in. That's so true. No, he makes a good point. I mean, the Game Awards it's a huge middle finger to Xbox fans. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's you can't not have. I told you when you watch the Emmys, the Grammys, the Oscars, they always have a category that like you're like, wow, they maybe won that category based on its art direction or its creativity. And how do you not put Quantum Break in there? How do you not? I mean, right? I mean, how do you not? The creativity, a game like that's never been made before. The writing, the acting, the mechanics, the on-screen. How about that bridge thing crap? With the platforming built into shooting,
yeah.
I mean, third person, the actual pieces on the screen can move. You can move the can in midair.
You know how many people were taking screenshots of that? Like, you know what I mean? And videos. That was phenomenal. That's like groundbreaking stuff there. And nobody was really, they didn't get any credit for it whatsoever. You know what I mean? Just like awful.
And everyone in the audience, do me a favor. Just close your eyes for a minute and just imagine if Quantum Break was a PS4 exclusive. Don't you think that would have been giving Uncharted 4 a run for its money in every category? You know it would be in there. You know it would be in there because it would be like, my God, Sam Lake, the creator, the originator of Max Payne, comes back with the most stellar, intriguing, groundbreaking game of all time, Sony exclusive. You know what I mean? It's like, so like, but no, all of a sudden it's a Microsoft exclusive and people are like, what's Quantum Break? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's so lopsided, people. I'm glad everyone's tuning into us and everyone's catching on to what we've been saying for about 3 years now. And it's only going to get worse, apparently, because as Scorpio gets better, like Crap said, the goalposts seem to move farther and further back.
Oh, they're absolutely moving the goalposts. They're moving all around. They're like, well, let's move it over here. No, over here. No, over here now.
No, it's over here.
Yeah, I mean, look. They just have to face the facts and basically, like, I have a video that's probably going to come out at about 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
and it just basically goes. It's about how absolutely salty these people are. Like, they are like extra vicious right now.
Oh yeah.
Like I've gotten more tweets and vicious kind of attacks and stuff since Black Friday than over the past 6 months. You know what I mean? And the reason for that is quite clear. They know that it's borrowed time. In 2 weeks, when the NPD comes out and they've lost a fifth straight one, and the Slim, the VR, and the Pro didn't beat the DS, that, you know, the jig is up.
Oh, you know what, Crap? You know? I'm completely changing gears here. I'm pulling a Sony and moving the posts. Hear me out real quick. So I watched Zaire did a video where he was playing somebody, and he was doing it on I think it was Mortal Kombat. I might pick up Mortal Kombat before today's over and that sale's over for $20, the XL. What we should do is what is that mode that's coming, if it's not already with us now, that allows the basically the same like brackets to occur that
you can do like
tournaments, right? How great of an idea is that for either Killer Instinct or Mortal Kombat, and we do that in the community?
I agree. I think that's an awesome idea. And if anybody is looking for good games, also I'll say the complete thing of the Killer Instinct Definitive Edition digitally, I think is only $20.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I might just go pick up that Mortal Kombat XL because I have a feeling when tournaments do get released on Xbox One as part of that update, it's going to be huge. That's going to be a huge thing to do.
I mean, look, that's a phenomenal game. So absolutely, and there's so many deals going on right now. But let's go ahead and try to fit in some more. Some more voicemails. What do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
We've got Platinum 706.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey yo, it's Platinum 706 from Georgia again. Hey, I just want to say, thank you for what you guys do every week, man. Speaking on behalf of us as Xbox fans and just gamers, period. But I want to take this time to speak out for you guys, man. I don't know how this guy ended up on my timeline, but it's Heartache Gaming. Like he and I know he listens to you guys because he's always talking about you guys. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna hear what I have to say. But I want to speak up for you guys like you speak up for us. All right, that guy sucks. All right, and I really get offended when he calls a whole community X-Fags. What type of shit is that? Really? Excuse my language if I wasn't supposed to cuss on YouTube, but what kind of language is that to be calling a whole community X-Fags? Like you already a loser, bro. And I don't even know how you got 10,000 subscribers. Crap. I understand why you got 26,000 subscribers because you're the voice of the people, and keep doing what you do. That's all I wanted to say, man.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah,
and
that's nice.
Just
man.
real quick, yeah, somebody mentioned yesterday I had 27,000 yesterday. So yeah, that is awesome. As for anybody else, you guys that notice this stuff, notice that Mooch and I never respond to any of this stuff because that's what they want. Yeah. They want people to respond. They want people to go back and forth so that they get views and likes and and that their audience grows. But the whole thing is, if you get into that drama stuff, you can't get out. People will only want to hear that. So that's why we avoid that. But look, those people are a dying breed. The reason being is they built up their channels on like Xbox hate, right? And that stuff isn't flying anymore. It's not 2013. Talking bad about Xbox isn't going to get you, 1 million views. You know what I mean? The community has grown, so now there's a bunch of us. We aren't just like people that are running scared or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like the facts speak for themselves. Xbox is doing better. They're listening. You can't dispute that. You cannot dispute that Microsoft is the one listening to consumers way better than Sony or Nintendo and there is no PC person to listen to. That's just a big jumble clusterfuck of nothingness. Right. So you have a company that's actually listening and implementing what we asked for, and then you have people that are, I guess, acting like they hate Xbox. They're probably playing Xbox every night.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a good point.
I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, anybody like, as much as I don't like certain PlayStation fanboys, I would never say their whole user base was something or whatever. That's because that's just pretty ignorant. You know what I mean? But I guess you gotta have to look at the source of where it's coming from. So. That's
it. Always look at the source. And, I do want to say thank you to that last caller because, honestly, he recognizes what we've been saying. And what Crap said, I won't reiterate the entire thing, but the key thing is you never find me and Crap doing any videos. We don't mention their names. First of all, since their channels are all hurting, what they end up doing is they do things like that and say things about us so that we give them publicity and it hopefully reacts to get more views for them. See, we don't feed into it. Like that, there are certain people who have the neutrals who are not fans of mine. The neutrals are, they're pulling down 100. They're pulling down 100 views on their most popular show. That just goes to show you that you guys, the audience, has determined who you want to listen to. And I say thank you to every last one of you that's in the chat, listening now, listening later, or telling friends to tune into Mooch and Crap or any of the podcasts we do, because you guys decide who is the true, leader in YouTube or who's going to be the next best thing in YouTube. It's not us. We just get on here and speak our minds, and I appreciate every last one of you, so thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So let's try and get some more
let's do a voicemail.
Cranked in.
Luis.
All right, Luis. I hope we do hear from Luca on the second floor, though, Craig.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I like hearing from the regulars, too.
Yeah.
Luca is here if we have time for her.
Absolutely.
There's always time for Luca.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, my name is Luis Mia from Puerto Rico. I got a question. In this current generation, it will be the last? And also, I love you guys' content. Keep up with a good work. God bless. Rock 'em up.
Nice. That's a crapaholic. At least he must have just finished a Yoo-hoo or something.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
No, I don't think that this will be the last generation. Not at all.
Oh God, no. God, no.
Yeah.
We gotta stop with all that Michael Pachter bullshit.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna see and Microsoft has already said that they are working on stuff after Scorpios.
Post Scorpios already in production. Yeah. Or not production, but development.
And according to Sony fanboys and NeoGaf, PS5 will be out next year anyway.
Yeah, PS5's coming out January 18th, just before Horizon.
Absolutely.
Let's hit a couple more voicemails. Not to go back to back to back, but we really should, Jay, because I'd like to hear.
Why don't we play Luca now?
Yeah, let's get Luca.
Okay, on the second floor.
On the second floor, please. Yeah.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. I have a question for you guys. This question also includes you, Jay. I was just curious, have any of you guys ever played any of the Dark Souls games? And if so, which Souls game is your favorite? And also, I just have a quick comment. It's about Titanfall 2. Now, I was talking to one of my buddies at work, and I asked him if he picked up Titanfall 2. And he told me that he didn't pick it up, and he didn't have any plans on picking it up because he never played the original because he doesn't have an Xbox. And I'm thinking that maybe that also contributed to Titanfall 2's low sales because I don't think a lot of Sony guys were gonna pick up Titanfall 2 in the first place, mostly just because they didn't get the chance to play the original. Anyways, what do you guys think? And I hope you're having a nice morning, and thank you for taking my call. See you next week. Bye.
Awesome. See, we got to promote our female callers.
Yeah, no, she that was, first of all, great questions. Should I attack the Dark Souls or?
Yeah, you know what? I've never played Dark Souls. I think I played Dark Souls 1 on 360 when it was free for about 10 minutes, and I was like, this sucks. So,
well,
yeah,
I'll give a shout out. I don't think he's in the chat, but Scythe Effects, who kind of ran me through halfway. I'm not even halfway. I'm probably a little less than halfway through Dark Souls 3. But you guys will laugh. When I was, Crap, you remember that time, right? That was a couple months ago, about 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. I was playing Dark Souls 3. Microsoft had one of their, they do their Tuesday through Tuesday deals on gold, games with gold. They had the entire remaster of Dark Souls 2, including all the DLC for $16. So I bought that digitally. So I have the remastered for Xbox One of Dark Souls 2. And then, believe it or not, I got on sale a month ago, $14. I got Bloodborne. Which is still in the cellophane wrap, like all my other. I have 3 PS4 games. I'm trying to catch up to Crap's 9.
I have 10 now because I have No Man's Sky.
Will you please do me a favor and snap a picture of you putting some sort of a soaking wet beverage on that disc? But
they're getting a new update, guys. Come on.
But long story longer, I think Dark Souls is it's such an interesting game that I'm looking forward to getting back into 3 and finishing it. And then I'm going to attack 2, and then I'll try Bloodborne. My point being, what I like about it is it's I think I'm going to call it this. I'm going to call it a gamer's game. It's not. I'm not going to belittle a different gamer. This is not for everybody, but I will say this. If you've been playing video games since the 80s and you enjoy games like Castlevania, or you enjoyed games like the original Dragon Quest. This is not that JRPG feel, but it's a game that's extremely challenging. And it's not challenging because you see the boss fights and they're hard. Yeah, listen, I've done enough boss fights now in Dark Souls 3 that I can tell you, if you play them 3-4 times, you'll eventually get the boss fight. The hard part about the game is the game doesn't tell you what to do. Like, the game is a game. You ever see the movie The Game with Michael Douglas? I know some people in the audience are going to say yes. Some people are going to go, I've never heard that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But you know what I mean? Crap, that movie is like, the movie takes on its own like presence in this fictional game, which ends up being real at the end. I don't know. It's hard to describe that movie, but it's hard to describe this game. The game has no like turn left, turn right, go here, pick up that. Oh, you don't have like Destiny. They're like, how come I can't do that? Or like, you didn't do this mission. If you do that mission, then it opens that door. This game doesn't tell you that. It doesn't. You just have to like wander through and pray to God you don't step into an area that's going to kill you. That's the way games were back in the 80s. There was no like, oh my God, I shouldn't go here. I don't know if this is, you have to explore on your own. So I call it a gamer's game. Shout out to D in the chat. D says, oh my God, Mooch is praising Dark Souls. Pigs are flying. I'll be honest with you. I do think that like a lot of people aren't used to me saying that, but like after doing so much, I've told everybody this on multiple shows. I really enjoyed games like Call of Duty and Madden and this and that, all the typical like, what is it, Dubro games and all that other stuff. Like I liked all that stuff for a series of years. Now I've gotten an ability to go back into like your inner childhood and kind of enjoy some of these other things you get lost in. People who like to read like biographies. Some of those same people like to also read science fiction, right? So why can't you also have your cake and eat it too in this sense? But it's not for everybody. But Luca, my recommendation is try it, and I'll let Crap talk about the Titanfall 2 thing.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 is suffering from multiple problems. One thing was they tried to cater to the PS4 side a lot, thinking that they would really accept that game. The thing that happened was a lot of people didn't realize that it's on PlayStation 4 as well. Some people probably didn't care. They were angry that it wasn't on there to begin with. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, people miss out on a really good game. That sucks. You know, hopefully the game can turn it around or whatever. I like that they're doing free DLC with that. You know, I wish more people would do that. So that's, you know, they're doing some stuff right, but they burnt their bridge with some Xbox fans.
Yeah.
Seems like they tried to cater a little bit too much to PlayStation fans.
I think we should also
it didn't help them out.
Crap, we should also let Luca know, if she's listening, that you should tell your friend who doesn't have an Xbox to buy an Xbox One first, then buy Titanfall 2.
Absolutely, Luca, get right on that.
Yes, please.
Yes, absolutely. So, J-Dubs, do we?
If I remember correctly, she actually included me in that question.
She did.
Oh, okay, J-Dubs.
Sorry about that,
Yep.
Jay. Jay's behind the curtain, like spinning wheels and shit, so I forgot. I apologize.
You're right. I've got too many. I'm actually. It's funny thing is I'm adding extra screens to my setup here, but I should be adding a toilet or something because I'm drinking so much coffee. I have to get up.
Great.
And I just wanted to give my 2 cents about Dark Souls. I never played any Dark Souls except for one. I bought the disc, and then when it came out for free on Xbox Live, X Games with Gold, I downloaded it from my other system because I have 2 Xboxes. And much like Crap, I probably played it for about 10 hours, and I think, at that point I got so frustrated with it, and it's much like what Mooch said. It's a type of game where you can go anywhere, and if you go left, you were supposed to be level 40 to go left, but instead you're only level 10, therefore you get your ass kicked.
Yep.
And I'm the type of guy that I get so frustrated with. If I can't get through something 3 or 4 times, I usually just put it back in the box and put it on the shelf, and sometimes go back to it and if I get bored. But usually I've got so many games. I just looked at my ready to install list. I had like 173 games ready to install. So
yeah,
I've got too many games to play to go back to something that just frustrated me. So
yeah, that's a good point, and that's probably the largest deterrent in Dark Souls games. I don't necessarily have that, but you know what though, Jay? If you want to, if you see Dark Souls 3 on sale and you want to grab it, I would recommend you do that, because if you join me in Scythe Effects, there's a way for all 3 of us to play together through the campaign, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I believe it's Daddy Likes Beer's birthday today, so we were playing with him yesterday.
That's
And
right.
I think it's also Too Much Food's birthday, according to my Microsoft event calendar. So, yeah, happy birthday to Too Much Food.
Too Much Food is what? Too Much Food is now what? 29?
Yeah, and he looks about like.
I was gonna say, he looks like he
so.
just got his driver's license.
Yeah, so yeah, he's got the little beard thing going on now. So he's got, and he does that Game Buffet thing at the local game store, like literally down the road from me. So yeah, that's kind of interesting.
The Game Buffet?
Yeah, the Game Buffet, where he talks about like old school retro stuff.
I think it's pronounced
Oh yeah, it's definitely interesting. Buffet, I call it Buffet, whatever. Buffet. I know it's buffet, but I like saying Buffett. I don't know. So, yeah. Do we have a special voicemail or anyone that's in particular memorable, Jay, that you could play? Because I know we got a lot more, but we're just going to play one more, and then whoever did call in, we'll do the wheel.
Yeah,
and
reminder to everybody that if you did call in, you're still on the wheel to win. So even if your voicemail wasn't played, we'll play it next week. But you are entered to win for Battlefield 1.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We have Boss Carlos.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, Crap, man? It's Boss Carlos calling from DC. I want to say good job, keep up the work. Mooch, man, you the president. I just want to basically ask y'all this question. When the Scorpio releases November or whatever in 2017, near the holiday season, do you think they will have bundles like Scalebound or Crackdown 3, special thing console that comes with the game? I'm trying to win that 1 year Xbox Gold. Thank you, man. Y'all keep up the good work. Xbox is indeed the best box.
Fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think that, to be honest with you, I think Boss Carlos, first of all, shout out to you, bro. You're always in the chat, and you're always on every one of our podcasts. So thank you for following us. Thanks for being a part of the community. Did he have an actual question, Crap?
He asked about Scorpio launch titles, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough call. I mean, to be honest with you, I think we're looking at. I thought Crackdown 3 could very well be Scalebound. Takes that. I
Could be State of Decay 2. Could be, you know what I mean? Forza 7 definitely will be.
Forza 7, absolutely. I mean, but the thing about Forza 7 that just doesn't have me too pumped, and Crap, you're going to be like, what?
Yeah, I know you're more of a Horizon guy. I like them both. So.
I mean, well, no. Let's just say I did like it, but Forza 6 was already 1080-60, wasn't it?
Yeah, Forza 6 was 1080-60.
So I mean, what are we gonna get? 4K 60?
We'll get 4K 60. Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's fine and dandy. And maybe I'm probably gonna be a sucker to buy it because it'll be one of the first games that's 4K 60 that I'm gonna want to see.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So they're gonna make a fortune off of just us being like, "Ooh, I can't wait to see what it is." Yeah, Xbox 448 yells out sabotage. Crap's got a 1 o'clock video out.
I know, and you guys should check it out too and give it a like because it's me basically poking fun of all the salty Sony fans and the way they've overreacted about the Black Friday sales and the pallets and stuff. Which, to be honest with you, I love it when they do that because I just get this smile on my face when I see that. When they get so pissed off, they make alternate Twitter accounts to message me. Like that, I'm like, man, that gives me the biggest smile. You know what I mean? I love it, and I'm gonna love it even more with all that mayonnaise in November. Trust me.
I can't wait, Crap. I know.
It's gonna be fun. I hope I can live up to the expectations.
You should start your video with "My bologna has a first name" before you get into the mayo. So, Jay, do you want to take us into the Wheel of Wonder? It's up. Yeah, up to Jay Williams.
You know, guys, we only have 2 voicemails left. If you wanted to plug through,
run through them.
Let's run through them. What the hell? I mean, the Ravens are already up 7-0.
Oh, how about that? How are my Giants doing? I'm not even watching.
They're playing the Browns today. Come on.
What's the color of dog shit? Brown.
That's so Cleveland.
That's so Cleveland. Delilah is outside your window right now.
I know. How about them Indians?
How about? Oh, gee, crap! I don't want to get involved in that fight. Holy crap!
You guys know you have to be quiet for me to play.
Oh, sorry about that, Jim. We went into a Mooch and Crap. That's so Cleveland segment.
Okay, so we've got a voicemail from Jesse Chung.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? This is me, High Goose Soul, here in California. Well, I've been listening to you guys for a while, and it's great what you guys are doing for the community and giving us the great info and news. And also, I just love it when you break those damn pony legs. I've never owned a Sony product in my life. My Xbox journey began in the Dreamcast. I love that Dreamcast, and it was so sad when they discontinued it. And then the Xbox came out, and they showed support for Sega. When it became third party, all the Sega franchises that I loved made its way to the Xbox. The Shenmue series, Jet Set Radio Future, and all that. Panzer Dragoon Orta, when those made their way to the Xbox, or at least when it was announced that it was going to the Xbox, that's when I became an Xbox fan. Even before its launch, at its unveiling. So now, after having an Xbox 360, Xbox One, and now I have the Xbox One S, there's no better time to be an Xbox gamer. All right. Thank you for listening to my rant. It was nice talking to you guys. Bye.
Thanks. And you could tell he was a crapaholic too.
That was also a crapaholic. Yes.
Damn, somebody gotta get some Red Bull.
Somebody give him a 5-hour energy, a fucking mango, and some B12 in it.
Let's go. Come on.
Hey, let's hear that last voicemail, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, the last voicemail we have is from Kaisha.
Okay. Maybe this is another woman.
Maybe.
My name is Diners Gamerstad. Question I have is, when the Scorpio comes out, do you think Microsoft will do a mid-reveal before E3, are big when doing E3. All right, thanks. Enjoy your show. Been watching it for quite some time. Have a good one.
What was the question, Crap About E3?
He was asking. He said, "Will Microsoft have a reveal prior to E3 for Scorpio?" And I have
think
heard that they will. So
yeah, I mean that just sounds like it's legit. They should do something like that because, like you said, Crap, E3 is supposed to be games, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our Wheel
Absolutely.
of Wonder, Jay. I'm glad we did get them all in. That lets everybody know that they've been heard. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'm surprised we got through 15.
Yeah, that was huge, and a lot of voice and a lot of call-ins as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have been really great. It's really awesome. So
yeah. So now we gave away the game. We didn't give away the 1 month of EA access. So maybe we'll spin it twice.
Yeah, let's spin it twice, and we'll give away.
That'd be a good idea to spin it twice.
Let's spin
Okay,
it.
so the first one EA access, and the second one Battlefield 1.
Okay, so the first one will be for EA access. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And see how big the wheel is today. It's humongous.
God.
Okay, here we go.
One S. You know, there's no better time being an Xbox gamer. All right.
Yoshida won a code. He won a month.
Yoshida won a month of EA access. Maybe this is good news for all the Sony fans. He'll play it for a month and find out that you guys do need it on PS4.
Yes, this could only be good things. And
this is only going to bring good things.
That's awesome.
That is. Yoshida won a month.
And you
of
know what?
EA
I got to
access.
say, I'm glad Yoshida didn't win Battlefield 1, though. That wouldn't have been so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Now,
I agree.
Are we also making a rule here before Jay spins it again that same winner can't win both?
Yeah. I don't want to go in and have to edit the wheel right now. It'll take a little too much time.
Right. No.
Yeah, so we'll just spin it and say to hell with it. Let's rack them up. Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Tony, the former pony. Wow.
Nice. These guys are just racking it up. Tony the Pony is now a Battlefield 1 owner.
Yes,
if he's not already.
And you know what?
Yeah, if he is.
That's kind of justice because he did give back his Xbox Live code, so this is actually good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so and I'm sure that if he already has it, he'll probably just redonate it.
He'll probably
and then we'll
redonate
just
it again.
Yeah. So Yoshida wins the 1 month of EA access.
Yes.
Thanks to what's his name? Southbound and Down.
Down, huge giveaway.
Yes. So and yeah, we definitely appreciate it. And Jay, are you gonna start the out?
Yeah, we're gonna give Jay a second to get that ready because we always kind of put him on the spot for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, definitely been.
How about this, guys? The Xbox community, how it's great. Let's have a little quick conversation while I get things ready. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, well, yeah. So last night we were doing the game night, and we were just having a good time talking about how great the Xbox community is, and I was a few drinks in, and so I was like, yeah, man, you guys need to hit that like button and watch the shows, and and then first thing this morning, people were in the chat box, and they were like, man, Crap was sounding pretty down and out yesterday, and I was like, I don't think I'm a happy kind of drinker, I'm more of a stressful one. So yeah, definitely. Today, I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
The Earth.
Hello. Xbox is the Xbox.
Thanks for everyone coming this week, and it was a great show, guys.
Great show.
Please check out my new video that dropped.
Don't forget to subscribe and like the Mooch channel. You guys on BT tonight.
Rack a bob.
Peace.
Let's hopefully this works.
Peace. Oh, I love that extra.
The software likes to freeze up between.
Yes.